It's the Game of the Week, brought to you by the Montana Chevy Dealers and sponsored by Quit Now Montana and My Life, My Quit, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and Opportunity Bank.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
By the time this Patriots fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Patriots watching. Better with Pepsi.
I try to, stand for something. I try to stand for positivity. I try to stand for health. I see the impact of vaping, amongst our communities as, a total negative thing. I would say to adults, set the example, learn to communicate, with the young people and your own children. And so we always share with the young people is that you got to find your own strength. You guys are role models, you guys are leaders, and that's what we need in our communities.
Hey, get off your... Show off. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Mountain Dew.
Well, it's a college football game of the week. Rocky Erickson alongside Jack Marshall. And what a matchup as the Saints host Eastern Oregon. Both teams are red hot, Jack. After the Saints lost their season opener to Montana Tech, they've been unbeaten. They have won the last four, the only unbeaten team in conference play at 3-0. The Mountaineers of Eastern Oregon, unique season. They lost their first three games. They've won their last three, and they're tied for second in the league at 2-1.
Yeah, pretty unique matchup, but anyone who knows the Frontier and has been realistic, both these teams have played some games against the lower teams as it's shaken out so far on the Frontier and have some pretty tough schedules coming up, especially the Carroll College Saints. But for both these teams, if they want to be able to go into those games and be competitive and shoot for a Frontier Conference title, this is a big game for both of them.
It's going to be interesting. What a matchup. Eastern Oregon led by their quarterback Quincy Glasper, and he has been outstanding this season. He's thrown for almost 1,700 yards, a dual-threat quarterback. He's also the leading rusher on the team. He's rushed for 363 yards, and he scored 4 touchdowns on the ground. And how about the season for Jack Perka? He now leads the nation. He's completing 72% of his passes. He's got 6 touchdowns. He's only been picked off once. And, Jack, that percentage, well, it may go up since Eastern Oregon's has struggled with their pass defense this year.
Yeah, definitely. Perka's been great all year. It's what you'd expect from a senior quarterback like him. And that his lone interception, like you said, I think was on their first drive of the game against Montana Tech. So you take that out, and man, oh man, he's been dang near perfect on the season. I mean, that's what you expect, especially look at his last couple games. Simpson, MSU Northern, Arizona Christian, those are teams you got to go in and take care of business, and he's done that and better. Yeah, once again, leads the NAIA in completion percentage. Jack Perka's done exactly what they need him to here for the Carroll College Saints.
As the captains meet for the coin flip, and how about the Carroll defense this season? Giving up 209 yards a game. That's 4th best in the nation, giving up just 11 points a game. and that is 8th best in the nation, giving up just 81 yards a game on the ground. Number 6, and giving up 129 passing yards. And I don't believe number 5 is going to play with a hard hat, is he?
Yeah, that's what I'm checking out here. I'm not sure what the deal is, how you get the hard hat if you're Eastern Oregon. I kind of want one of those. Looks pretty cool. Must be, they're the Mountaineers. I don't know if a Mountaineer was a hard hat, Rocky. But as you just mentioned, the defense of Carroll College has been great. The passing game of Eastern Oregon's been great, and that's really when you're going to want to keep your eyes open on the field to see how that shakes out. I mean, we've gone pretty far. We mentioned Malachi Spurrier, the quarterback. Or sorry, Quincy Glasper, the quarterback. Malachi Spurrier, the receiver in Eastern Oregon. Number 18 he's a problem. He leads the frontier in pretty much every receiving metric he can. So it'll be really interesting to see how this really good Carroll defense plays against him. And because if we're being honest, it's been a couple weeks since the Carroll College defense has really been tested at all, Rocky.
And Spurrier with 48 receptions and 771 yards on the season. It is a sunny Saturday afternoon at Nelson Stadium, Valley Bank Field. Rocky Erickson with Jack Marshall. Frontier Conference football. And the Mountaineers of Eastern Oregon in the white uniforms, white helmets. And the Saints of Carroll College in the purple with the gold pants and the white helmets as we get this game underway. And Eastern Oregon will kick off to start the game.
And Carroll College has been a little snake bitten. It's easy to say it, pretty snake bitten by injuries all year this year. I know one of those guys out is Quinn Belcher, so back to return the kick is going to be Colin Stoddard, wide receiver, and Archie LaFerge, who's also or not Archie LaFerge, my apologies. That's going to be Colin Stoddard and Connor Sullivan. But Archie LaFerge is another guy we're going to see fill in for the Saints here at running back today with some of the injuries they've had.
Well, when they lost Xavier Ford in the first game that we called together, Jack, after he went for 151 yards
the week before.
The week before, that was huge. Total Leather, this game is officially underway, and the kickoff will go out of bounds.
That.
And the Saints will start from the 35-yard line.
Head coach Tim Camp over at Eastern Oregon. 17th season as that head coach, obviously a real tenured guy, and that's something coaches do not like, Rocky, when you kick the ball out of bounds on the kickoff. I watched, let's say unnamed head football coach here in town. I get pretty mad at his kicker on a weekend evening for that exact thing. And those are high school kids, so I imagine a college coach when your kicker boots it out of bounds.
Saints come in averaging 166 yards a game on the ground, 205 through the air. A lot of movement to the left side of the line. First down and 10 for the 35. Play fake. Pass is caught. Ochoa breaks a tackle. The 40, the 45. And Ochoa, nice run after the catch, will get the first down. Jason Grant with the tackle.
Yeah, great little play as Carroll's going to use some tempo now, but Ochoa goes across the formation in motion early. They realize what they're in, and they're just able to get their blocks down. Good blocking downfield by the Saints, and a great start on offense.
And no huddle offense as the Saints hurry up. Second play from scrimmage. Perka over the middle. Pass caught. A Colchin. So their top two receivers each get a catch. And another first down at the 35-yard line.
Well, Chris Colchin kind of had his coming out day a long time ago. The last time they played Eastern Oregon here at Nelson Stadium, he caught 3 touchdowns in that game. But last time they played him, he only had 1 catch for 11 yards, so he's already surpassed that total. So good start from the senior wideout.
His 18th catch on the year. So 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Saints
and
against this Mountaineers defense.
Sorry to interrupt you, Rocky, but Chris Colchin is not a senior. That's on me.
And on the ground, their first running play, LaForge. And LaForge does not get a first down. He's only going to be credited with 9 yards.
Yeah, and Archie, he's a kid out of Great Falls. They like him a lot. You can tell the city of Great Falls likes him a lot. He was a talented prep ball players. They are going to give him the first down there. And, obviously he's had to step up with injuries, but it's kind of fun to see a local kid kind of take the reins and run the ball pretty well.
Eastern Oregon comes in 2-1 in conference play on the year. They're last in the league, giving up 33 points, and last giving up 418 yards of offense a game. And would be a first down for LaForge.
Good read.
Wide open, a Colchin to the 15, to the 14-yard line. And Jack Perka who came into the game leading the nation, completing 72% of his passes, is a perfect 3 for 3 in this game.
Yeah, looked like a zone coverage, and they kind of looked to fake the bubble screen and got a wide open Colton on the slant.
So Perka 3 for 3, 41 yards. And now it's going to be first down and 10 from the 14-yard line for the Saints. Boy, what an opening drive. They want to throw again, and Colton's wide open. And he gets knocked out near the 10, a gain of about 4. How can you be that wide open?
Yeah, there's a thing when you got a fantasy football team and a team's got a bad passing defense, you want to start the receivers on the team against them, and that's kind of what, if you had Chris Colton on your fantasy team, you'd want to start him this week. Obviously, they know that some of the secondary isn't as good for Eastern Oregon, and credit to Coach Fanesteal, the offensive game plans look great here on the opening drive.
And Colton, his third catch. It's going to be second down and 6 from the 10-yard line. Perka stays perfect. And a Perka handoff of Colton. Can he make the corner? He does. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Chris Colton, the wide receiver, with a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, when you're kind of low on running backs, why not hand the ball off to some other guys? Chris Colton, I think he had a rushing touchdown like that against MSU Northern in their last game, and just he has the good speed and talent. He comes across the formation. Eastern Oregon's linebackers and defensive backs aren't able to get to him, and a picture-perfect opening drive by the Saints. They looked really sharp, Rocky.
Spencer Berger on for the PAT. And snap back, hold is down, kick is up. It is good. And what a start for the Saints. They lead 7-0.
Your estimated wait time is 45 minutes.
Are you tired of being on hold? Then don't leave your money with strangers. Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
When you work with us, you work with community members who make time for you.
Our goal is to strengthen relationships and give back to our community.
We always work to be part of our community. So if that's important to you, don't leave your money with strangers.
Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
Ascent Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
A1 Rentals, locally owned and operated, has been serving Helena since 1959. We offer rental items for the do-it-yourselfer to major construction companies, backhoes, floor care, lawn equipment, automotive, concrete work, generators, heaters, electrical, drywall, and more. We can help with any job, no matter how big or small. And we still have concession machines for your next party. A1 Rentals on Cedar Street in Helena.
Well, what a start for the Saints of Carroll College that only took 6 plays to cover 65 yards. And the Saints out on top, 7-0. The Mountaineers will get the football for the first time in the afternoon, and they have won their last 3 games of the season after losing their first 3 to start the year. They're tied for second in the conference with a 2-1 win-loss. Rather, they're 3-1 in conference play, tied with the College of Idaho. And the kickoff will be taken from the 3-yard line. Nice return out across the 25. The 30 is Parker Robinson. And Parker Robinson near the 40-yard line on a very nice return and a good start for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, talking with some folks around Carroll, you can rate their offense well, you can rate their defense well, but they've had some issues in special teams this year, and that's kind of another one. Just that kind of invisible yardage, as Coach Van Diest would say. Good return by Robinson, local kid out of La Grande, Oregon there for the Mountaineers. Is Glasper on the field for the first time today.
Our first look at the dual threat quarterback. Spurrier is going to come into motion. They're going to send 4 wide receivers out.
Ooh,
movement on the line. And Carroll is pointing to a false start for the Mountaineers of Eastern Oregon. I believe it's going to be against them.
Yeah, it looked like Rocky Shields jumped, but it looked like he jumped because he saw a guy, a false start on the offense. That may be the right guard, number 70, I believe.
36th time these two teams have met. Carroll's won the last 4, and they lead in the overall series 20-15. Over the middle, the pass was there, and the pass was dropped by Casey.
Yeah, that was a good play from scrimmage, as you'll see here. Spurrier had his guy wide open over the middle, found a pocket in the defense, and you just gotta kind of body starts moving or your mind starts moving before your body does.
2nd down and 15. Remember, Glassberg can run as well. He dumps that one out to his favorite receiver, Spurrier, and Spurrier is going to only pick up 2 yards. His 49th catch on the year.
Yeah, that was a good little tunnel screen. That's kind of the kind of play you want to get your guy involved. But way to swarm to the ball if you're the Carroll College defense. And I can't help but notice Bodie Smith, he's been a fun kid to watch in the secondary at a Whitefish for the Saints this year. Has really filled the role well. He's a hard-hitting safety. And now a 3rd and long upcoming. They might have to throw it Smith's way again.
3rd down and 13. And another movement. This time, I think it's going to go against the Saints.
No, I think we got another.
Oh, wow.
The FAR judge is saying false start, and they're going to move him back 5. I mean, Rocky, those defensive linemen at Carroll College, they're trained to watch the line of scrimmage and watch the ball and watch the player they're rushing at. So any movement from them, you go automatically if it's a down lineman, and that's exactly what it looked like. Looks like Carroll College, though, as you said, they're bringing the house. A few kind of new guys in there on the outside. I saw Henry Gross out of hell in a jump there, but he definitely saw someone move.
James Gray is your center. 3rd down and 20.
Oh, my.
And Glassberg in trouble. He simply has to throw that away before he would be brought down for a sack.
I mean, Carroll only dropped 3 guys back into coverage there, which is an interesting gamble, which means they were going to come at the quarterback quick. Glassberg needed to get that one out quick. Good job by Forrest Suero and Henry Gross, Rocky. 2 local kids, one Helena High, one Capitol High kid rushing at Glassberg. I got a good story about some Capitol High kids here at Carroll College in our next stop, but first we got to get this punt return in.
And Tanner back to punt. They usually go for it on 4th down. They went for it 22 times this season. And a nice punt. It takes an excellent Mountaineers bounce, and the Carroll College offense back on the field. They only went 6 plays to cover 65 yards and get on the scoreboard first. And we'll take a break. Saints up 7-0.
I'm living for my people. I'm dancing for my people. A lot of our kids and a lot of our people do vape and smoke. Especially around here on the res, there's a lot of that negativity. It's really pressured from the things that come from around us. It's very dangerous to your body, and not only to your body, but to yourself and the people around you. Kids are easily influenced by the things that they grow up and they see. And when an adult is doing something like that, they see it as an okay key to go and do it.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Second possession for the Saints. They're going to start this drive from the 25-yard line with 3 wide receivers to the right side. Movement again.
And this one is going to go on Carroll. I think that's Carson Choa, the tight end on the outside. And that was pretty quick. He moved, and then the D lineman jumped. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here in the stadium, Rocky. That's 3 false starts, kind of back to back to back nearly.
Well, Perka's been perfect. 4 for 4, 45 yards. And play fake. Pass is caught. Ochoa to the 31-yard line. Pickup of about 15 on that play. That was a Colchin making the catch.
A Colchin. Those are kind of the two guys we got to call out regardless of Colchin and Ochoa. But already a great day for him.
2nd down and 4 from the 32-yard line. Boy, what a start for the Saints here. They go on the ground. Archie Laferge, and Laferge will get the first down. Archie comes in with 96 yards on the season. He may get 100 yards this afternoon.
Yeah, well, great blocking by the offensive line there. He kind of had a great hole to run through and move the chains.
Boy, another hurry-up offense. 1st down and 10.
Yeah, I kind of like Carroll when they run with a little tempo sometimes, especially against the defense that they know they can drive on maybe. Kind of, offense looks really in shape.
Perka is going to roll right. Perka is going to go deep. That's a free football. He throws that one away. The first incomplete pass for Jack Perka on the afternoon. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Saints.
Yeah, it looked like Perka wanted to go out to his right and maybe was hoping there was some man defense on a deep shot to Chris Colchin, but the cornerback covered it well, and the safety help was over the top there, and he didn't have anyone underneath either, so just didn't take the sack, threw it out of bounds. It's, obviously completion percentage might go down, but a smart play.
9:54 left to be played here in the first. Vandenakers put out wide the left side. Jaden Lamb's your center. Snap back on the ground. Laferge takes a big hit at the 40, spins out of a tackle, gets close to the 45-yard line, and for Archie, a pickup of about 6.
They kind of showed the option there to where if they didn't hand it off to Archie, they could have given it to Lincoln Holmes on the end around, which kind of plays like that help set up plays like the end around, so don't be shocked, Rocky, if a couple plays later they give it to Holmes, or as we saw a little earlier, a Colchin on a bit of another receiver run.
Laferge with a great run after the initial hit. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 from the 44-yard line. Saints up 7-0 here in this first quarter. Perka wants to throw. Got a man open. A Colchin, the 35, the 30. Caught from behind and brought down. And Araya saved a touchdown.
Well, Eastern Oregon put a couple more guys in the box, and they had press coverage on the outside. A Colchin toasted his defensive back, as you see here. Only reason he didn't take that one was his kind of throwing a little more conservatively and not in front of him.
And they go on the ground again. And a nice hold inside the 15-yard line.
And that's Jake Jeske in the game for the first carry of the game. He's kind of in the game for the first time this drive. Kind of the 1-2 punch alongside Laferge now in the running back room.
Offensive explosion here in the first quarter for the Saints. They're getting first downs at will. 2nd down and 4 from the 14-yard line. Jeske stays in the backfield. Jeske gets the call, gets hit at the line. Jeske tries to break through. Unable to do that. 8:23 left to be played. Here in the first quarter from Helena. Saints lead 7-0.
Yeah, it looked like that maybe could have been a read option there, as you see. And if Burke had kept that, he would have had a touchdown on the outside. But maybe it was just a designated kind of inside zone play. But regardless, it's still, once again, these run plays the Saints do, Rocky, help set up the pass plays and some of the other kind of outside run plays that they like to run. So don't be surprised if they get a little tricky with it here on 3rd and medium.
Out of the shotgun, Perka, low snap, looking right. Perka's got all day. He'll run. Perka, the 20. Perka, the 15. Perka takes a hit and gets knocked out of bounds. And that's going to be short of the first down. So the kicking unit will come on. Spencer Berger, 5 of 6 on field goal attempts this season for the West High graduate. And this will be a 31-yard field goal attempt for Berger. His long this year is 44 yards. Perka's 6 of 7, 92 yards here in the first quarter. Snap back. The hold is down. Berger's kick is up, and it is good. And the Saints have scored again. Saints up 10-0 here in the first.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we call this community home, just like you.
That's why we take a locally focused approach for our members.
Your financial success is our primary goal.
Whether you're refinancing your home,
buying a car,
starting a business,
or just need help with a checking or savings account,
we'll give you the financial tools you need to grow.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we're here for all life events, big and small.
Stop by your local branch or visit rmcu.net to learn more.
A1 Rentals, locally owned and operated, has been serving Helena since 1959. We offer rental items for the do-it-yourselfer to major construction companies, backhoes, floor care, lawn equipment, automotive, concrete work, generators, heaters, electrical, drywall, and more. We can help with any job, no matter how big or small. And we still have concession machines for your next party. A1 Rentals on Cedar Street in Helena.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Well, the Saints with 130 yards of total offense in this game. The Mountaineers, just 2. Saints up, 10-zip.
Yeah, great start for Carroll College. Rocky, what you want to do if you are at Carroll College is not what they did against Rocky, where they start and they have a bunch of good offense and play some solid defense, but drives kind of end up as maybe sometimes field goals or sometimes they don't execute. And in the second half, let off the gas a little bit. Next thing you know, you're in a one-score game or something. So Carroll College just keep pushing the ball down the field on offense, get some more points on the board.
Parker Robinson from the 8 had a nice return earlier. Gets to the 30-yard line, the 35-yard line. A flag is down on the return.
Yeah, another solid return for Robinson, but luckily for Carroll College, usually when there's a flag behind the return, it's going to be a hold or a block in the back. And that's what it seems like here on the return team. So this will march Eastern Oregon back, and going from about the 30 to the 20 is not great for them.
Carroll head coach Troy Purcell on his 6th season. Game 51 for him, 34-16. And Carroll, count his high school wins at Ekalaka and Regis and Havre and Bozeman, 203 victories. Just 101 losses. First down and 10. Glasper airs it out. Pass is caught. Spurrier gets his second catch, but only a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, good coverage. I think Braden Orlandi, one of the guys there for Carroll College. It looked like a bit of a RPO run-pass option, and the right read by Spurrier had his guy in the flat, but Carroll College just flew to the ball pretty quickly and didn't allow for too big of a gain.
And that was the 50th catch on the season for Spurrier. That's unbelievable.
And another false start.
Wow.
Wow. They're fired up and ready to go. Maybe the head coach is going 1 every time, Rocky.
Tanner Sweet, wide receiver.
Yes, and you can tell now a sub going to come in for that guy, for Sweet, who jumped. Not thrilled on the Eastern Oregon side of things. That's their 3rd false start of the ball game already.
Coach's son, Walker Camp, is in. Grad student from LeGrand. Second down, 11 for the Mountaineers. Trying to get their first down of the afternoon. 4 wide receivers set to go out. Great. Quincy eludes the first sack. Great run. Out across the 25-yard line. Remember, he's the team's leading rusher. Glasper comes in with 363 rushing yards on the season. He was almost stopped in the backfield.
He's slippery. Forrest Suero came screaming up into there, and he just eluded Hunter Peck, which is a really hard thing to do. But Glasper does it. There's a reason. He is team's leading rusher. Now a big 3rd down for both teams here early.
3rd down and 5. 5:43 to go in the first. The Mountaineers looking for their first down of this game. Heavy pressure. Glasper airs it out. Caught by Camp. Big catch. Walker Camp goes up, makes the catch, took a big hit, and the Mountaineers have a first down.
Well, blitz came on, zone defense, and great read by Glasper to find his guy Camp, who found the soft part of the Carroll zone. He just had to hold on to it and take the hit, and did that well. And as you said, first down for the Mountaineers.
They work from the 40-yard line, and they're going to go on the ground. McMillan, a gain of about 3. He comes in with 273 yards on the season. The Mountaineers average 187 through the air, 120 yards on the ground this season, 307 yards of offense.
Yeah, McMillan, another local kid from LeGrand there in Oregon. 3 rushing touchdowns on the season.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6 from the 44-yard line for the Mountaineers. Glasper takes a snap, takes a hit.
And a flag. The ball came out at the end, Rocky. That's a fumble.
That could be a fumble. That could be a touchdown.
But it's coming
into
back.
the end zone. I think it's going to come back. But taking it in was Shields.
They're going to get him on a roughing the passer here, Rocky. We'll see if they review it. I mean, great play by the Carroll defense, but look at this. He hits him. Oh. I think that might, and they're going to call a roughing the passer there at the end. I think that's Tomasini, the Boise State transfer. And
it wasn't helmet to helmet, was it?
No, they're pretty. Yeah, they just called that roughing the passer. The Carroll sideline cannot believe it. We'll see if Troy Purcell wants them to look at this. I mean, if it was helmet to helmet, that's the call, but he didn't, like, the ball was still in his hands when Tomasini made contact with him. We're going to get another look at this here. Look, I mean, the ball's in his hands. Like, you don't just let him stand up in the pocket there. Great job picking it up. I believe that was the big old DT Rocky Shields. Great scoop and score. And that just went from a Carroll touchdown to a first down inside Carroll territory for Eastern Oregon. Rocky, I don't know. Here's another good look at it. I mean, if I'm Carroll, I'm looking at that one again. That's textbook sack. Could be an incomplete pass, but at the bare minimum, I don't think that's roughing the passer.
Big break for the Mountaineers. Walker Camp with his 2nd catch. Close to another first down for the Mountaineers. Both teams with the hurry-up offense.
Yeah, well, if you're Eastern Oregon, you kind of do want to go a little quickly there and not give Carroll too much time to think about challenging that play. And now they got a good chance to make this back to a 1-score game.
Saints come in just giving up 209 yards of total offense a game. That's 4th best in the nation. Quick pass to Spurrier, and that is his 4th catch of the game. And he got enough for another Mountaineers first down.
Yeah, they're going to move the chains here now. Kind of Spurrier's got the defense on the heels, and he can kind of pick them apart a little bit.
First down and 10, 27-yard line. Glasper, Camp, good for 5 more yards.
And another flag.
Is that going to be a late hit?
That's what they're going to call here. That's going to be on the far side to Cam Pruitt. And, man, I'll tell you what, Rocky, they don't, or Braden Orlandi, my apologies. But they watch the replay. They just don't want the Carroll College players to finish tackles, I imagine, because he's going to push him out of bounds, and then I guess his arms are still wrapped around him at the end. I guess you just.
Well, he hit him originally before he went out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. I guess they just wanted him to let go of him as soon as they go out of bounds, and now that's at least 30 yards of penalties on this drive against the Saints. I mean, the Saints are playing physical defense. That's kind of what they do, and I guess just this officials crew want them to maybe not give them that extra push at the end of the whistle and not finish the sack. I guess just tackle them in bounds and leave it there, I guess.
Well, now it's going to be not 1st and goal, but 1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Glasper, play fake to the end zone, incomplete. Spurrier was the intended receiver, and he has 6 touchdowns on the season. And that would have been a spectacular catch.
Yeah, that would have been his 7th touchdown of the season. Look at this. Good fake defense coming after Glasper, as you see there, right in his face, but just a little too high over the top of Spurrier from the throw.
So 2nd down and 10. 6 of 9 for Glasper. 40 yards here in the first quarter. McMillan is back at a running back. Glasper incomplete, and Spurrier ducked his head thinking he was not the intended receiver. I'm not sure what happened here.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell who they. I think you're right, though. I think that's exactly what happened, Rocky. I think there was another look at it. Yeah, that was going to Spurrier. It was a little up and above him, so then he just decided not to catch it. Could have been a pick if he's not careful doing that, but instead of 3rd and long, we'll see if Carroll can get off the field here.
3:12 left to be played in the first. Saints lead. 10-zip. They don't kick a lot of field goals,
yeah, I was
so
gonna
they're
say,
probably going to go for it.
Now's a good time to bring up they don't have a kicker.
3rd down and 10. The pass is incomplete, and they have went for it on 4th down this year 22 times. And as we say that, they bring in the kicking unit.
Okay, so this is their punter, who's going to come on the field, Tanner Shattuck. I think this is his first field goal of the year, Rocky, if I'm not completely mistaken.
So Shattuck for a field goal attempt of 28 yards to put the Mountaineers on the scoreboard. Snap back, hold is down, kick is up, and the kick is no good, wide right.
Well, we said they had some kicker problems. They have a guy who does PATs, but that's their backup quarterback. He hasn't kicked the field goal. They've had a tight end attempt their field goal, but, this could be different stat issues. But on their roster, on their official stats, says they have this wide receiver tight end who made a 22-yard field goal. But that's it, and you wonder with a punter, well, why doesn't he kick field goals? You got a punter on the team. Why aren't you kicking field goals with him? I guess maybe that's our answer then.
It wouldn't be a bad idea for a college football team to have a place kicker.
Yeah, they have a true freshman on the roster. But, maybe Rocky, I think I might have a year of eligibility left. I might.
Well, if they have a soccer program, Coach Cam could go visit the soccer practice.
You don't want me to be their kicker. Maybe I'll be in a position battle with the soccer kid.
1st down and 10. Saints up 10 and with the football here. And Perka wants to throw. Perka flushed out of the pocket. Perka's going to be sacked for the first time of the game and a loss of about 4.
Yeah, good defense. That's Sam Canadias Jr. out of Oregon there, chasing Perka around. Perka's got wheels, but just had time in the pocket, and finally it dissolved, and good job by the DT to go over there and get him. And I was just thinking, Rocky, that was an eventful last possession on defense for Carroll. Snake bit by 2 tough penalties, especially the one, but to get off the field there without any points scored, it's really good.
Crow is in. He had his first touchdown with the Saints 2 weeks ago against Northern and Asher Croy. And he gets his carry. He's going to lose a yard or 2. Started his high school career at Huntley Project. Ended up in Bozeman, where he rushed for 333 yards in the 2019 state championship game.
Yeah, he was a tank in high school. Obviously, a guy they were pretty excited about when they got him here at Carroll College. Obviously, a big player, played linebacker over at UM. And now kind of using his size to an advantage here for Carroll as a bit of a fullback type guy, and I bet he's going to go into pass block here.
3rd down and 13 for the Saints. Perka with time. Over the middle, incomplete, almost intercepted, and that should have been picked off by the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Jonas Wall was there. Definitely a miscommunication with Jack Perka, and that was almost, an for the quarterback and the defense off the hands of 2 different guys. Looked like Lincoln Holmes went one way and Jack Perka went the other. Almost really bad for the Saints. And now, punt returners' heels are at the 50. Going to be good field position for the Mountaineers.
Berger with the punt, fair catch called for. The Mountaineers will have decent field position from the 43-yard line. 93 seconds left to be played. And there goes the tent.
Yeah, we got a loose tent on the southeast side of the stadium. The wind is picking up here at Nelson Stadium because that tent, someone's going to come back to their tailgate and it's not going to be there anymore, Rocky.
Our scoreboard sponsor, Opportunity Bank of Montana, a Montana-born full-service community bank with locations throughout the state, offering a range of banking, lending, mortgage, and agriculture banking services. For over 100 years, they've been a Montana Community Financial Institute committed to providing strong financial futures for Montanans. Opportunity Bank, member FDIC. First down.
Yeah, Glasper just kind of read option or design QB run right down the middle through the heart of the Saints defense.
From the 45, and guess what?
I'll tell you what.
False start?
The coordinators on the right of us are not thrilled. That's the fourth, Rocky. We have the counter going today.
4 false starts in this game for Eastern Oregon.
I'll tell you what, you can always tell how much passion the coordinators have when you're in a glass booth next to them. It's good to see. We've been next to some teams that haven't had the same passion when they're guys. It means they care about them, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of passion on our right here.
First down and 15, McMillan will carry. McMillan will go nowhere. Stopped at the line. The line of scrimmage is the 50-yard line. Under a minute to go. Here in Helena, 10-0. Saints out on top. Saints trying to win their 5th straight game. And Eastern Oregon trying to win their 4th straight. They dropped their first 3 games, and they've won their last 3. 3 wide receivers right side. Second down and 15. And Glasper's going to be brought down with a sack back at the 40-yard line. Who got him, boss?
I think that's Alex Hausman listed on the roster as number 3. And if that is him, a great play because that's a true freshman out of Kalispell Glacier, Montana. Played in the state chipper last year. And if that is Hausman, they've messed with us on the roster numbers a little bit. That's his first sack of his career. So great play there.
How about 3rd and 24? We've got a timeout. First quarter has come to an end. Saints lead 10-0 at the end of 1.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Come on, let's go. Get off your... Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain Dew!
I try to, stand for something. I try to stand for positivity. I try to stand for, health. I see the impact of vaping, amongst our communities as, a total negative thing. I would say to adults, set the example, set the example. Learn to communicate, with the young people and your own children. And so we always share with the young people is that you got to find your own strength. You guys are role models. You guys are leaders, and that's what we need in our communities.
I'm attractive, I got to have it. It's like magic, I'm so dramatic. Call it classic, reach out and drop it. Super massive, boost like I'm not hello.
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Well, we played a quarter. Carroll College out on top of Eastern Oregon. 10-0 in that first quarter. The Saints 127 yards of offense, and the Mountaineers with 52. This is going to be 3rd down and 24 for Eastern Oregon.
3rd and Winston.
Glasper will run, and Glasper will pick up a couple. And the punting unit will come on, and the Saints will get the football back again.
Great tackle there by Hunter Peck, the senior leader. And just want to make a quick correction. We said right before we sent you to break that was Ben Melhoff who had that huge sack for Carroll College. They got 3 number 3s on the roster here, Rocky.
Sportscaster's nightmare.
Well, one of them's in bold, I'll tell you what. Not the one I said. But.
Sullivan back to receive the punt. Barely gets the punt. Boy, what a punt.
Yeah, good leg.
And that's going to go into the end zone, and that is a 55-yard punt. And I'm thinking, Jack, the wind helped out a bit there. We got a timeout. 10-0. Saints out on top.
Discover the difference a family-owned Montana bank can make for you and your business. Stockman Bank is focused only on Montana, no place else. So you come first with us. Visit your neighborhood Stockman Bank to say hello and let us earn your trust and your business. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
Saints with the lead and the football. First play from scrimmage, quarter number 2. Perka, 92 yards through the air in the first quarter, wide open. Pass caught, 25-yard line.
And now
Jeske with the reception.
And there's a little bit of contact after he goes out of bounds. Saints fans, wanted it to go both ways. So we'll get another look at this play. Good check down by Perka. Jeske, good receiving back. We'll see from this angle if there was anything. Tackled him out of bounds, but that's how it goes in football.
It's going to be second down and short. Second down and 3. Empty backfield for Perka. Colchin will come into motion.
Good read.
And he gets the call. Colchin scored a touchdown on this play. He's got a 40, 45 near midfield.
I'll tell you what. Oh, and now
another play. Could be another late hit.
I don't know.
What in the world is going on?
I'm not totally positive. But though a great play here, Jack Perka looked like a read option, makes the right read. Rocky Colchin can run the ball. I think maybe you line him up at tailback.
Well, he's the leading rusher in the game.
And they said a late hit out of bounds. So I couldn't tell on that one, but if I'm going to be real, Rocky, it feels like a bit of a makeup call for that one on the couple drives ago, or maybe the missed one on the sideline a second ago. But yeah, late hit out of bounds. So regardless, 1st and 10, Saints in Eastern Oregon territory. But yeah, I think they should put a Colton at tailback, maybe give him a few direct
handoffs. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
First down and 10, 44-yard line. Colchin will come into motion. Play fake. Perka gonna go deep.
Got him.
Touchdown! Kevin Vandenaker. And that covers 44 yards.
Well, a great play action from the Saints, as you see here. Perka fakes it to a Colchin, fakes it to Jeske, airs it out a little deeper than Vandenaker was running, but right in the breadbasket. Great catch from the local kid, Townsend, Montana. And the Saints are rolling. They're marching in, Rocky.
What a start. And Vandenaker with his second touchdown reception of the season. Berger's kick is good. And it's 17-0. The Saints of Carroll College out on top.
I'm living for my people. I'm dancing for my people. A lot of our kids and a lot of our people do vape and smoke. Especially around here on the res, there's a lot of that negativity. It's really pressured from the things that come from around us. It's very dangerous to your body, and not only to your body, but to yourself and the people around you. Kids are easily influenced by the things that they grow up and they see. And when an adult is doing something like that, they see it as an okay key to go and do it.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Well, a year ago, when Carroll played Rocky, Jack Perka threw for 407 yards, his school record. Well, early in the second, Perk is 8 of 10, 144 yards in the game.
Funny bringing that up, though, because the last time Carroll played EOU, Jack Perka threw for 46 yards. That pass alone was 46 yards, Rocky. What a game so far. I guess things are known to get weird over in LeGrand, but Saints offense has looked great today.
They've been outstanding.
Oh, pooch kick.
Pooch kick. And fair catch called for at the 26-yard line. Things get a bit more difficult for the Saints in the schedule. Next week, at number 12, College of Idaho. November 2nd, home against number 10, Southern Oregon. November 9th, at number 6, Montana Western. November 16th, at number 15, Tech. So their next 4 opponents are nationally ranked.
Yeah, probably not a lot of teams in NAI that play a 4-game stretch harder than that to end the season, except for a team maybe playing in Iowa, but part of that could be the weather.
Mountaineers trying to get on the scoreboard here. Glasper, quick pass. Spurrier makes the catch, and he is literally tackled by 3 Saints players.
Well, Carroll College blitzing a lot, as you see here. Henry Gross in the face of Glasper, and if they do that, Eastern Oregon just got to do a lot of quick passes and get their guys in space, but you're not able to run any kind of deeper passing concepts to get guys like Spurrier wide open downfield.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Mountaineers. Glasper, quick out. Yes, Robinson. And that's going to be a 1st down, and Robinson stays on his feet for a few extra yards to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Robinson, their kickoff returner, he's a little shifty, and that's, once again, what you got to do if you're Eastern Oregon is kind of attack on these short passing plays. You got to be perfect, though, because you can't throw a pick or can't throw incomplete, or you get behind the chains pretty quickly.
1st down and 10. Glasper's going to go for the middle. What a catch by Spurrier, the 40 to the 44-yard line. Wow, that was thrown behind him, and he one-handed it.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
That's one of the best catches I've seen all year. As you see the end of it there, that probably would have been picked off. Looked like the safety was thinking that was going to be behind him. Well, what a grab over the middle by Malachi Spurrier. I mean, he's going to be first-team all-conference for sure. We'll see where he lands in the All-American race because he's top 5 at the NAIA for receiving yards a game.
And the Mountaineers on the move here from the 37-yard line. Quarterback draw all the way. And Glasper picks up about 5 yards. Boy, they dug themselves a hole, though. Going down 17-0 early in this game.
Yeah, well, as we saw in that field goal, they don't kick field goals here, so we're automatically in 4-down territory for Eastern Oregon. So you can't let the drive die here, though, once you get on the Carroll side of the field.
2nd down and 5 from the 32. 11-10 to go. Screen pass dropped by Blackhelm.
Yeah, that's the 2nd time we've seen a drop from Eastern Oregon. And just, a little bubble screen type play. He's going to go out and just, once again, his mind's moving before his hands, and now a 3rd and medium. But once again, this is 4th down territory for Eastern Oregon.
3rd down and 5 for the 32. Mountaineers trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon. Glasper, quick outlet. Walker Camp, coach's son, makes the catch, and, well, he got enough for the 1st down. He knew where that 1st down marker was.
Yeah, that's what makes a good receiver, obviously, kind of situational awareness like that. Carroll brought pressure. Glasper had plenty of time and was able to kind of check it down on the boundary. That's kind of what Carroll will give you that. That's kind of like if they bring pressure and you want to do a quick little play that'll get you a handful of yards, you can do that as much as you want. Now, obviously, they'll start to adjust their coverage and stuff and throw some different things at you, but it's kind of the big plays their defense is able to prevent.
Athletic Director Charlie Gross will be our halftime guest. And we got a timeout on the field here. 10 minutes and 24 seconds left to be played in the first half. Saints lead 17-0. Our scoreboard sponsor, Opportunity Bank of Montana. A Montana-born full-service community bank with locations throughout the state, offering a range of banking, lending, mortgage, and agriculture banking services for over 100 years. They've been a Montana community financial institution committed to providing strong financial futures for Montanans. Opportunity Bank, member FDIC.
Well, I couldn't tell who called the timeout there. It might have been Carroll to kind of get some things figured out on offense. I guess I have the ability to tell it. It is Eastern Oregon who called it, which means, I mean, they didn't need the clock to stop, which means they just wanted to figure some things out. I guess this is a big drive for them if they want to stay in the game, Rock. You got to come away with points and preferably a touchdown in this drive.
They've won their last 3 coming in. The Saints have a 4-game win streak. Spurrier in motion. It's going to be first down and 10. And the Mountaineers from the 26-yard line. Glasper to Spurrier. That may have been tipped at the line.
Yeah, or tipped or no tip. That was really good pressure. It looked like the Saints switched into a man defense as soon as they brought the blitz. Spurrier didn't have the most time and just not quite on the same page with his running back, but it looked like if his running back caught that one, he was in no man's land anyway. Defender right there.
It's going to be second down and 10 for the Mountaineers. McMillan back with Glasper. Glasper, quarterback run all the way to 25.
He's
Great
gone.
cut. 20, 15, 10. Glasper takes a big hit down to the 7-yard line. What a run for the quarterback, Quincy Glasper.
Well, Carroll brought the blitz, but it was off of the edges, which it works if they're trying to run outside, but Glasper looked like a designed quarterback draw, and then that left no one in the middle because all the outside blitzers, and he was able to take off. If it wasn't for Orlandi, that would have been an easy touchdown.
Mountaineers knocking on the door, first and goal. 8-yard line, McMillan goes nowhere on first down.
A good job with Garrett Ward, and he kind of just blew that play up at the line of scrimmage. That's kind of what you do run defense if you're a defensive tackle. Sometimes you don't always need to make the tackle as much as you need to just blow up the line there, and you see Ward on the ground kind of made the tackle from his belly.
Second down and goal. They may have lost a half a yard. Spurrier will come into motion. 3 wide receivers to the right side, including Walker Camp. Glasper looking right. Glasper flushed out. Glasper will run. Glasper, can he make the corner?
No.
The 10, and Glasper takes a hit out of bounds. He may have gained a yard after all of that.
Well, Glasper's real slippery. He's hard to take down. Good job by Bodie Smith to realize that Glasper was going to tuck and run that. Almost gets sacked in the backfield here, as you see. I think that's Hunter Peck back there, but good job by Glasper to stay loose. Then great job by Bodie Smith to force him out of bounds, and now a big third down. But once again, 4-down territory for the Mountaineers.
Third and goal. 8-yard line. Glasper looking left, takes a hit, incomplete. Great D.
Yeah, it's great defense. Right up the middle. That's going to be Eli Abey, Laurel Locomotive, come up the middle, and Rocky.
Are you serious? Field goal attempt.
I don't know why you're bringing the kicker. I mean, it is a long 4th down, but this is our punter
Shattuck
here.
missed from 28.
Yeah.
This from 25 to avoid the shutout here in the first half.
Make a 3-score game a 2-score game.
Snap back. Hold is down. Kick is up. He got it. And the Mountaineers are on the scoreboard. A 25-yard field goal, and it's 17-3. Carroll College out on top, but Eastern Oregon, well, they're on the scoreboard.
Yeah, well, once again, good job by Carroll's defense. We saw that on an earlier drive. They get backed all the way up in their red zone, but they were able to hold strong and get to Quincy Glasper in the backfield. Now we'll see if their offense can kind of make some magic here. Rocky, we got a pretty cool moment here on Thursday night. Capitol High played here at Nelson Stadium for the first time in a bit, and obviously their first time ever playing on the turf here. And they had some former Bruins come out as honorary coin toss guys. Quinn Belcher, Mason Green, Henry Gross, John McDonald, some former Capitol High Bruins, all now on the Carroll College roster, all guys who were there on the sideline all night for that game. So pretty cool to see some former guys get recognized as the Bruins took on and beat the Flathead Braves here on Thursday night. under the lights in Nelson Stadium.
The Capital Bruins,
pretty good.
One of the most respected AA football programs. They've only had like a handful of losing seasons since the program got started. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Coach Mick Delaney came and talked to him this week, and he was telling me about how it's crazy is they used to barely have a. He remembers back when he was in Great Falls, and they barely had a varsity team, and to see how far they've came is pretty cool. As you said, very respected.
Starter from the 7-yard line takes a big hit to the 15-yard line.
Yeah,
And
great job by the coverage
Patterson
unit.
with the stop.
Yeah, Patterson and company there. Great job by the coverage unit. Kind of just heat-seeking missiles. It looked like the returners thought about doing a handoff. They faked it and just didn't go anywhere. Read like a book, and now we saw that good return by Eastern Oregon, and now a not good return by Carroll. It seems like okay, so now we got a penalty on 35 Eastern Oregon. I was just about to say special teams has been the woe a bit of Carroll College, but the woes of Eastern Oregon has
We're going to kick it again.
Penalties. Okay. Number I couldn't tell you what happened there.
So instead of the 35-yard line, they're going to kick from the 30.
Maybe number 35. That makes me think that maybe at the line of scrimmage, someone went before the kicker then, Rocky.
Well, Saints have to take the penalty. They don't want the football at the 15.
No. Yeah, I'm thinking I didn't see any flags back where the return was, so I'm going to take an educated guess and say one of the kickoff team members went out in front of the ball and the kicker there. They're going to march him back. So now a chance to really get some of that and flip the field a little bit if you're Carroll College, get some invisible yardage.
17-3 Saints.
This kicker must have a leg if they're still going to go way back at the goal line, the return guys.
I think they need to move up a bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but they watch the film, not us, Rocky, so I imagine.
Stoddard and Sullivan are back, and the kick will be taken at the 16-yard line, and a return out to the 27-yard line.
I would hate to say we're right, Rocky, but I don't imagine you scheme up a return for number 88, Matthew Golick, the tight end out of Fergus. But now, when from starting at the 15 to the 30, so some invisible yardage for the Saints.
First down and 10 Saints. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb.
Okay.
Jack, and tell you that this weekend I got to call games for the two teams that are going to win the AA and the State A championship. Play fake. Perka gets it out. Vandenaker, who had that 46-yard touchdown, picks up a dozen here. Thursday, I announced the Gallatin West game. The only two unbeaten teams in AA football, as Gallatin easily got by Billings West. Then last night, Billings Central defeated Lockwood 63-7. I'm going to say Gallatin will win in AA, and the Rams will run away with a Class A title. I could be wrong, Jack, but last time I was wrong was a long time ago. Ochoa makes the catch, and a gain of about 7.
You know, I don't want to rule out the local kids here, Capital Bruins, there that they played, besides, I guess, Bozeman, that overtime game, but they played Gallatin the best of anyone. That was
28-35.
Very beginning of the year. A lot of cramps there. They had both teams I know had some issues with injuries and such, so if they play again, it'll be a heck of a ball game, that's for sure. But yeah, Billings Central looks pretty good. I'll give them credit.
It's going to be second down and short, too. Just short of midfield. Jack Perka in the shotgun. Perka, handoff. And on the carry, LaFerge.
Nowhere.
And LaFerge, short of the first down, goes nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, third and short is kind of the play where sometimes you can kind of get creative. You can go downfield because you think you can pick up short. But if you're going to run it, that means you just kind of want to move the chains quickly. But good defense by the Mountaineers there. And now no man's land. Third and medium. Or third and short, sorry. Third and 2.
The Colchins, their leading rusher, he's the wide receiver with 23 yards on the ground. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. Ochoa will come into motion. Perka fakes the handoff to LaFerge. Goes over the middle, incomplete, and that should have been intercepted by Jason Grant.
Yeah, that's the second ball we've seen that is an interception quality ball by Eastern Oregon. I mean, Carroll went with the play action. Eastern Oregon seemed to be ready for it. And Perka, I think, had a guy, but couldn't quite get over number 10. And you see there, he knew he could have had that one. That would have been a huge turnover. Regardless, though, it looks like the Mountaineers will get the ball back.
Shaw is back to receive the punt from Berger, and Shaw will return it across the 20, dives to about the 25-yard line. Well, the Mountaineers scored on their last possession. Let's see if that momentum will continue on this possession. You got 6:17 left here in the first half. 17-3. St. Slade will be joined by Charlie Gross, athletic director. And Carroll College will be our halftime guest. Well, maybe with Dr. Seck retiring, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, you never know.
You're
Charlie could move into that position.
Okay. I'll be the third in line for that, too, in case Charlie doesn't want to.
1st down and 10. Glasper over the middle. Wow. And Spurrier hit as soon as he caught the football. He was lucky to hang on.
Yeah, Daxton Graham has been a pretty talented guy. I think he's top chunk of the conference in pass breakups at defensive back. Carroll College, they'll sometimes let you catch the ball and then hit you hard. Good job by Spurrier to hold on to that one.
Neither team huddling up this afternoon. Over the middle, new receiver. Sweek makes the catch. He got caught off sides, and we haven't seen him since that penalty. Move the chains. 1st down for Eastern Oregon.
Yeah, some good redemption for them. Carroll once again brought the blitz. That time Spurrier had a little more, Glasper had a little more time with it. Was able to find his receiver.
1st down and 10, 41-yard line. Snap back. Glasper got all day. Dumps it out short to the running back, Peterson. And Peterson will go for about 6 yards. Boy, they look like a different team than the first 2 possessions they had in the first quarter.
Yeah, Carroll College is really good against them early. They've both teams working on each other, figuring out what they do. I mean, it's really good offense. A lot of good offensive minds on the Eastern Oregon sideline.
It's going to be 2nd down and 4. Glasper over the middle. Pass is caught. 1st down. The 40-yard line. And it's Tanner Sweek again. And he gets out to the 37-yard line. Mountaineers on the move.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to blitz again, and Sweek just crept under the blitzers and wide open, so if you can get the ball to him there. He's got open turf in front.
1st down and 10, 37-yard line. Glasper is going to be sacked back on the 40-yard line.
Well, that's Garrett Warden coming in and able to. Glasper's fast, but if you hit his legs, he's obviously moving too fast and he trips. So a great sack by War Daddy Garrett Warden there as you see Glasper go flying forward. And that's a big play for Carroll. They were behind the sticks on those first 2 drives, Eastern Oregon was, with false starts and such. So that's what you wanted for Carroll, force them to make those long conversions.
2nd down and 14. 3 wide receivers left side. Glasper airs it out. It's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a tough play to make, obviously.
You got to go for it here. They're going to go for it on 4th down here.
Well, it's 3rd down, so they're probably going to go for it here. But
well said.
But good defense by Elijah Larson, man-to-man. It's going to be a tough catch to make by the receiver. Not able to do it. Now, 3rd down.
Glasper, 14 of 23, 121 yards.
Carroll's probably going to bring the house here.
And here comes everybody.
Oh,
Spurrier, another one-handed catch at 35 to 30. 1st down and then some. The 20, the 15, and brought down at about the 7-yard line. Wow, Graham saved a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, designed a blitz, so a designed screenplay. Obviously, Quincy Glasper to throw it off his back foot. What a grab by
How does
Quincy
Spurrier
Glasper.
do that?
Well, Spurrier's good, but yeah, I mean, he's a dog. I don't know what to say. He's the best receiver in the conference. You see it right there. That's ridiculous. A second one-handed catch of the game. That's ridiculous.
Third down and forever now. It's first and goal at the 7 to the end zone. No. And right through the hands of Blackham. And boy, he paid the price when you go over the middle.
Yeah, that's a high ball to come down with. Braden Orlandi, obviously, him and Bodie Smith, but Braden Orlandi likes to lay the wood in the back as a safety, and you see there he did that exactly.
Well, this would be huge if they get a touchdown here.
Yeah, one-score game.
It's going to be second down and goal from the 5-yard line. Glasper, 15 of 25, 156 yards. Glasper hit, still gets a pass off. Pass is complete to the 3-yard line, and that's Camp with the reception.
Well, both Glasper and Spurrier of this way of just when it seems like they're caught somewhere. Next thing you know, they're still 5 yards down the field. So almost a sack, and then somehow he still gets the ball out. And then Spurrier catches it and somehow rolls 5 yards forward, too. So it's no longer 4-down territory, as we figure out. They do kick the ball now, all of a sudden, Eastern Oregon.
Third and goal. 4-yard line. Watch Glasper with the run. Glasper, he'll throw. Pass incomplete. Swank, the intended receiver again. Great defense for the Saints.
I'll tell you what, Elijah Larson, number 0, is one of my favorite players to watch on the Saints. He gets left on an island quite a bit. He's such a good man-to-man corner, and right there plays good defense and lays the wood on the receiver. And now it is 4-down territory. They're going to keep the offense on the field. Biggest play of the game so far coming up here in Nelson Stadium on a Saturday afternoon.
14 of 22 on 4th down attempts on the season. From the 4-yard line.
It's getting loud.
Glasper and Peterson. Glasper looking left. Pass incomplete. Great defense.
And there's Larson putting the seatbelt on again. What a play by Elijah Larson. Man-to-man coverage. Jump ball in the corner of the end zone and 4th down, and look at that. Well defended, and talk to him, number 0. That's right, buckled and chuckled. Whew.
That was the biggest play of the game. That would have made it 17-10.
I mean, Eastern Oregon's gotten the ball into the red zone 3 times on Carroll College, and they've came away with 3 points. How about that Saints defense, Rocky Erickson, man? They're playing their butts off, even when they're backed up.
Well, it's one of the best defenses in the nation, giving up just 209 yards a game. That's 4th best. They give up 11 points a game. That's 8th best. And this drive, well, it'll start on the 4-yard line. And out of the end zone is Perka. And Perka will hand it off. LaForge got some room, and LaForge gets a first down. You need breathing room when you start on the 4, and LaForge did just that to get out to the 16.
Kind of seems like an obvious time you're going to run the ball there. Great blocking by the Carroll College offensive line. Great speed burst from Archie LaForge. I know he's a talented hurdler at CMR, and that shows why. He's a fast kid.
First down and 10, Perka.
Jump ball.
Gonna air it out.
It's
caught. Is it in bounds? I believe it is. Lincoln Holmes, what a catch.
Lincoln Holmes, obviously a guy who's made a big jump this year for the Saints, but Jack Perka, Rocky Erickson, look at this throw. Woo! He has been sharp today. Is that 10 for 13 now?
10 of 13, 164 yards. Lincoln Holmes, his 15th catch. Back with more after this.
Your estimated wait time is 45 minutes.
Are you tired of being on hold? Then don't leave your money with strangers. Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
When you work with us, you work with community members who make time for you.
Our goal is to strengthen relationships and give back to our community.
We always work to be part of our community. So if that's important to you,
don't leave your money with strangers. Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
Ascent Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Well, the Saints have all 3 timeouts left as they work from the 45-yard line. This drive started on the 4, and that's going to be a penalty play.
False start.
And over the middle, pass is caught. Ochoa.
Oh, wait, no, that might be offside.
Gain of 11.
Okay, yeah, because usually if it's false start, they blow it dead, Rock. I think that's offside.
Exactly.
No, never mind. Why didn't they just blow it dead?
Boy, how many false starts have we seen combined in this game?
Okay, well, we've gotten 4 on Simpson. We've gotten 4 on Eastern Oregon and 2 on Carroll, so 6 combined, I'm guessing, here in the first half. I might have missed one in there, though.
It's going to be first down and 15.
I mean, regardless of your Carroll, if you can get off the field leaving 17-3 at halftime, that's great, but any more points you had on this drive are awesome.
Vanden Akers split out wide to the right side. Perka in trouble, and Perka's pass is in the ground, and then
that's a flag on Ochoa.
Yeah, they were chipping at each other. Then Ochoa pushed off, and I believe that's going to go against Carroll.
Yeah, they always say you want to be the. It's fine if they hit you first like that for Eastern Oregon, but then you can't be the one when whoever the ref sees hit who.
He always sees the retaliation.
Yeah, well, you can't retaliate there if you're Ochoa. He's gonna head to the sideline, which, that's the right call if you're the official there. Obviously, that's after the whistle on a shove from both guys there. Designed a tight end screen to Ochoa there, but good defense by Eastern Oregon to force Perka too far to the right, not able to get it back to his left.
94 seconds to go in the first half. Charlie Gross, athletic director, our halftime guest. And now how about second down and 30? Dumps it out short, and the running back, LaFerge, makes the catch. And, well, all of that for just 3 yards.
Yeah, it was a well-designed screen. LaFerge caught it, but unfortunately, as you see here, he just runs into his own lineman. He had some open space. So look, he catches it, and then, just kind of ran into the lineman and the blocker.
Coach Camp takes a timeout. They might be thinking of getting the football back again. And minute 16 left. Eastern Oregon, their second timeout. They have just 1 left now.
Yeah, so if you're Eastern Oregon, Carroll's going to probably, I'd imagine, run the ball here. And then you use your second timeout, and you're going to get the ball back with a minute or so to go. That's time to get down the field. You just don't want to take any risks against this Carroll defense throwing the ball down the field too far, because as we've seen, their secondaries look pretty good today.
The Frontier Conference like to thank the following corporate sponsors for their continued support of the Frontier: Logan Health, Tire-Rama, D.A. Davidson, Irk Hotels, McDonald's, Nike, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi, BSN Sports, Billings Clinic, and First Interstate Bank. Third down and 27.
Pretty short.
I'd say go for it all. If you get picked off, it's like a punt.
I think maybe you can punt farther than that.
Perka, it's got all day. Perka will run. Perka will throw. A Colchin right at the line for the first down, unable to bring it home. And, boy, that was a smart play by that wide receiver.
That was almost a phenomenal play. It looked like Jack Perka might have been above the line of scrimmage as long as his part of his body's behind. But he gets it right there, and I'm just got to catch that football, I guess. Obviously, you're moving quickly. It's far to toe tap that one. It's a tough play to make, but almost perfect.
Spencer Berger to punt.
Oh.
Barely got that off.
Yeah, almost blocked.
And Robinson, fair catch. That hit a Carroll player. That's a penalty flag down. And I believe Carroll may have interfered with Robinson to make the catch.
I think that's probably what they're going to say here. So now Eastern Oregon has a timeout left because that was an incomplete pass by Carroll College. And this penalty is going to put them in Carroll territory. So now you got a timeout and a minute to go. So the Mountaineers have a good chance to make this a one-score ball game before the break. We've seen the Carroll defense make some great stops in the red zone, though. I'll tell you what.
How about 12 penalties combined here in the first half?
1 or 2. Yeah, that's quite a bit. I mean, that one, obviously, it seemed like the guys are pretty close to the punt returner. You got to allow them to catch the ball there. You could see by the way that Eastern Oregon didn't really react as much when it got muffed that they felt like the penalty was coming anyway. And same with the Carroll guys. They didn't chase it a whole lot either.
First down and 10. Boy, 41-yard line. Eastern Oregon has one time out left.
Ooh.
And the ball is deflected at the line.
Elijah Larson almost just came up with a huge interception there. Good job by the Carroll College defensive front. Let's see if we can see who gets their hand on this one. And that's Garrett Warden. I mean, he's a tall guy out there for a DN, using his height to his advantage there. Great heads-up play by the senior.
It's going to be second down and 10. 55 seconds left. 17-3. Saints out on top. Quincy Glasper, what an athlete. Quincy going to air it out, incomplete, and that could have easily been picked off.
Rocky, I'll tell you what, the last 4 times it's gone at Elijah Larson, it has not gone well. First, all 4 incompletions. The 2 incompletions were good plays, and the last 2 that it was near Elijah Larson were almost interceptions, as you see here. Number 0, as I said earlier, one of my favorite players to watch out there for the Saints. He's continued to ball out.
Third down and 10. 51 seconds left. Glasper got time. Glasper's going to run the 40, the 45. Glasper comes up short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down and 4.
Yeah, Glasper had some space. He tried to point one of his receivers to block Daxton Graham, as you'll watch at the end of this play, but receiver, as you see, does not get the block on Graham, and Graham able to make the stop. Good job there. Melhoff tailing him, too. But this is, I mean, why not go for it here, Rocky?
Well, they're going to. It's going to be their 24th attempt on 4th down, and they went for it 4th and 4 from the 4-yard line and came up short. And Glasper, 16 of 30, 158 yards. He averages 38 attempts a game. This will be number 31. Glasper airs it out, and he overthrew his intended receiver again, Colton Casey.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I would throw it at Elijah Larson, and this is going to take us to halftime.
He only needed 4 yards. He could have ran. Halftime, 17-3, our halftime score. The Saints are out on top.
Introducing Bubbly Burst, new from the makers of Bubbly. It's bursting with fruit flavor, no added sugar, and all smiles.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Well, it's halftime here at Carroll College. The Saints up against Eastern Oregon, 17-3. Our halftime guest, athletic director Charlie Gross of Carroll College, became the AD in 2016. Is it 15 sports? Is that right?
17.
17 sports. And how many student athletes total?
475.
You got an easy job, don't you?
Yeah, and I know them all by name.
Now, right now, I mean, you got soccer, you got basketball starting, you got football. I know there's softball going on. How do you guys do it all?
You know, we have a great staff. It takes a team effort to pull that off. And we added sports this year. We actually elevated dance and cheerleading to varsity sports. So that's why we went from 15 to 17. And the stadium has really helped, having the turf field, having extra space, having lights to be able to expand when we can use spaces. You mentioned softball the other day. You know, it's a non-traditional part of the season. We actually had softball practice on here the other night.
Oh, that's fantastic. Any other conference team with 17 sports?
You know, I don't know the exact numbers, but we're all growing our programs. The expansions of the conference is going to really challenge us to look at what our sports offerings are, because there's some new sports coming in.
It's going to be interesting as the conference gets huge next year.
Yes, it's very exciting for the conference. It's very exciting for the student athletes. It adds sustainability to the Frontier Conference, which is already a very strong conference in the country. It's just hard with 6 teams.
Let's talk about what took place at Carroll College a couple of weeks ago. Carroll was named the inaugural recipient of the NAIA prestigious School of Character Award. It was the very first time the Character Award was presented, and Carroll got it first. Tell us what it all about.
Well, it's an incredible honor to be recognized by the NAIA for something that we really believe in. We work it into our mission every day. It's something that we feel that is what we're supposed to do. So the Champions of Character program is a value-based program initiative that's actually in its 25th year with the NAIA. So it's not something new.
Wow.
And it's very unique. The NCAA doesn't have a value-based mission across the board. And so to be able to be in an NAIA school at a school like Carroll and embrace both of them in what you do every day is pretty special. And then to be recognized at a national level for it really was icing on the cake. But it speaks well to our coaches, our student athletes, and actually the entire community at Carroll, because they all embrace the values of Champions of Character.
Tell us about what some of the sports teams do besides just their particular sport. What do they do in the community?
Well, it's, you know, the Champions of Character is about community service, and it's about enriching the student athletes with values and exposure to different educational elements. And so an element is community service. So we have a very good relationship with the Special Olympics in the community. The Carroll College is recognized as a top school in the country with the engagement that we do. We actually twice a month, the athletic department sponsors a food pantry here on campus, and it's entirely run by the student athletes. We get a little help with student engagement on that. Then we're in our 3rd year of doing that. We do blood drives multiple times a year. We do a Thanksgiving food drive for needy families within the school district. The list goes on and on. And very proud of our coaches, proud of our student athletes for buying into that. We do also do some educational programming. We had an endowment developed a few years ago, so every spring and every fall we do bring a speaker in that speaks about mental health, speaks about leadership. One of the topics that, you know, we feel that would be of value for the student athletes to hear. We just celebrated Mental Health Week, where we had 5 nights of initiatives for the student athletes to you know, make sure that they're well balanced in what they do on a daily basis. So the list goes on, and again, I feel fortunate to have a staff that buys into it.
Charlie, what are you most proud about here at Carroll?
You know, it's what our student athletes stand for. We are committed to the development of the whole person. They buy into that. They model excellence in all that they do. They want to achieve great things on the football field or on the soccer field or in the cross-country meet, but they also achieve great things in the classroom. Last spring, our student athletes had a collective GPA of a 3.5.
That's unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. That's the highest since I've been here. Every team since I've been here, you know, I'm in my 9th year, has been recognized as an NAIA Scholar team every year.
Wow.
Those things just don't happen at schools across the country. So we've got students that care.
Now, I'm going to start a rumor. Dr. Seck is retiring as president. Is Charlie Gross up for that position?
I love what I do with student athletes.
Charlie's done a great. I mean, what Dr. Seck has done here, he's just been outstanding.
He understands the value of athletics, the role it plays at Carroll, the role it plays in the education of our students, and that's been wonderful to work with, and it's been a great side-by-side relationship that we've had, being able to move athletics forward on a daily basis. But what he's done for the entire college, I mean, again, there's many spokes in the wheel at a college like Carroll, and he values all of them.
How big of a deal is it now having turf, now having lights, the facility we're in today? There's nothing like it in NAIA football.
Well, what we were able to do over the last 9 days within this facility is incredible. We hosted 2 high school games. We hosted crosstown soccer. We hosted the City Youth Championship football games on Wednesday night, and here we are playing a game this Saturday in addition to hosting our 15 practices, or 15 teams
It's
practicing.
something you never would have been able to do without turf. Our lights.
Absolutely, and when we built this, we knew that it would enhance the practicing opportunities for our student athletes. Give us a nice game day surface for soccer, for football, for softball. If we look in the corner over there, we're going to be playing softball in here in the spring. But the sidebar, the impact for the community was we want to open those gates up for our community to use it. And what happened over the last week and a half is an example of that. So we're very proud of that. We want that relationship and that partnership with our community to grow, and we want people on this field all the time.
Charlie, what's going to happen in the future? What's going to be new here at Carroll?
You know, we are going to continue to look at where we can advance our programming. Are there other growth opportunities for students? Do we need to continue to enhance our facilities to accommodate their needs while still trying to increase the level of excellence and success with each of our programs?
Charlie, thanks for being our halftime guest today.
Appreciate it, Rocky.
The famed Charlie Gross, athletic director at Carroll College, 17-3. Saints up at the break. Be back with the Mountain Dew Do-Overs right after this.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we call this community home, just like you.
That's why we take a locally focused approach for our members.
Your financial success is our primary goal.
Whether you're refinancing your home,
buying a car,
starting a business,
or just need help with a checking or savings account,
we'll give you the financial tools you need to grow.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we're here for all life events, big and small.
Stop by your local branch or visit rmcu.net to learn more.
A1 Rentals, locally owned and operated, has been serving Helena since 1959. We offer rental items for the do-it-yourselfer to major construction companies. Backhoes, floor care, lawn equipment, automotive, concrete work, generators, heaters, electrical, drywall, and more. We can help with any job, no matter how big or small. And we still have concession machines for your next party. A1 Rentals on Cedar Street in Helena.
Earlier in the first half, Jack, I alluded to the fact that Perka was having such an outstanding game.
Yep.
He threw for 407 yards against Rocky a year ago, a school record. He's got 201 yards passing in the first half.
Yeah, he's looked really good. As we said, the last time they played this team over in LeGrand, a super weird game, and he only had 46 passing yards, but today, with the game plan, obviously, they know Eastern Oregon doesn't have the best pass defense. He's looked really good. I mean, he's had 2 plays that could have been interceptions, but at the end of the day, they weren't. That touchdown pass to Gavin Van Riker was a beautiful throw, and he's just looked sharp. And I don't think his completion percentage is going to go down a whole lot. And he leads the NAI in it, which is pretty good.
He's 12 of 17. Let's go to the Mountain Dew Do-Over. here in the first half. 17-3 our score. Saints are out on top. They come in with a 4-game winning streak. Eastern Oregon, they've won their last 3 games, and 2 of the top teams in the Frontier Conference. And there's Perka. Airs it out to wide open Colchin, and he was wide open early on in the game.
Yeah, great opening drive, and you see here now Colchin ran in that first opening touchdown for Carroll College in their first drive of the game, and that's just a great way to start things off for them to go up 7-0 and kind of help lead the game script to where it is now a 17-3 lead for the Saints.
Well, as you alluded to earlier, I mean, they're shorthanded at running back, so they found a new running back in a wide receiver, Colchin, and he is rushed for 23 yards. LaFerge has 31 rushing yards in the first half, 257 yards of total offense for the Saints in the first half, 201 yards for Eastern Oregon. They had 151 yards of total offense in that second quarter as they were down 10-0 at the end of one, and they were able to come storming back in the second.
Yeah, that's right, and just a good first half of them, but they want to avoid what they did in that game against Rocky that we called earlier this year, Rocky, where they kind of took that early lead and then kind of got content, and then Rocky slowly came back into the game. Saints want to come back out on offense. Obviously they're going to kick first at the halftime, but they need to kind of keep their foot on the gas on the offensive side of things.
Do we have more highlights? I'm not sure. We had a Colchin run, then we had a 31-yard field goal by Berga, and as you mentioned, the 46-yard pass completion, Perker to Vandenacre, probably the top play we've had. But remember, defensively, what the Saints did. 4th down and goal from the 4-yard line. They stopped the Mountaineers.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the Mountaineers have been in the red zone 3 times. The one they missed a field goal, one they got their lone score of the game, and the third time, as you just said, they made a 4th down stop. So the Carroll College defense, obviously we know they're good and super talented, but today they've kind of been playing really well. We know good passing offense, but bend, not break.
Well, one of these long streaks will come to an end this afternoon. It's 17-3. Saints lead against the Mountaineers at the break.
Hey, get off your... Show off. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Mountain Dew.
There's a lot of tradition in farming. My son, he picked up everything. When my grandson was born, we both were chewing, thinking about what could happen, mouth cancer, throat cancer, or worse. Finally, we decided that's addiction, not tradition.
To protect my son, we quit. We did it together. Took us a few times, but we're stubborn.
We called the quit line, found what worked for us.
And we quit for good this time.
By the time this Patriots fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Patriots watching. Better with Pepsi.
You know, one of the things I've really been impressed with this afternoon is Spurrier, the wide receiver for Eastern Oregon. He came into the game with 48 receptions, 711 yards. Well, in the first half, 9 receptions, 87 yards. And how many receptions did he make one-handed?
At least 2 that I can remember, and one of them was really big and set them up in the red zone. And, I mean, he came into the game with 48 catches, which is top in the Frontier, 17 ahead of the next closest guy. That takes some receivers 2 games to get to. I mean, that's just really good. And so, obviously, 17 ahead. And I think he was like 200 yards ahead of the closest receiver, too. I mean, he's really good, and just with the amount of catches alone he's had today, obviously doesn't look like he'll lose his hold on kind of the top of the receiving categories in the Frontier. But no touchdowns so far. We saw one go between his hands. It was a bit of a high throw early on in the game, and that ended up in a field goal. But no touchdowns, and that's Carroll College. I think they'll let Spurrier run all over him as long as he's not in the end zone, kind of feels like so far.
Glasper, the dual threat quarterback, they've got 49 rushing yards in the afternoon. 40 comes from their quarterback. Glasper averages 38 passing attempts a game. He's put the ball up 31 times in the first half. He's getting his arm iced right now at halftime.
Yeah. I mean, they pass the ball a lot, and obviously Carroll College is a really good rush defensive team. They can stop the run pretty well, and they've done that against the running backs. And obviously Spurs, Glasper, my apologies. He's a slippery man. Like, sometimes it's designed run, he's done pretty well on those, but sometimes the pocket breaks down and he can kind of escape out of there. But he's getting iced. He's getting iced as we have hopefully a couple more replays here from the first half. As we see, this is still from that first opening drive. Chris Akolchin on the other end of things. We talked about Spurrier and stuff, but Akolchin has looked great so far for the Saints, Rocky.
And there's that touchdown run he had in the first quarter, which was spectacular to say the least. Berger's PAT was good, and Perka just floats it to Akolchin, and Akolchin goes down near the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and Akolchin already 78 yards and 5 catches, way better than the last time he played against Eastern Oregon. But as I was saying, the last time Eastern Oregon played here in Nelson Stadium, Akolchin had 3 touchdowns. It was kind of his breakout game. He was only a redshirt freshman at that point in time, I believe. One thing, though, Eastern Oregon has done well in the special teams. We saw a pretty good return here from old number 1. I think this one got pushed back as you see a flag at the end of that play. But Eastern Oregon almost blocked a punt. They got a penalty on a punt in the first half, and they've had some good returns on special teams, but penalties have certainly been a factor for the Mountaineers.
That's Walker Camp, coach's son, number 5, with a couple of nice receptions in the first half, and a rare run by Jack Perka.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of blitzes from Carroll College. Ben Melhoff had that one and able to get the Glasper. He said his arm's getting iced, but I bet his body's getting iced a little bit too, as you see Hunter Peck with that one. They've kind of been all over him. He's escaped the pocket a lot, but they've hit him a couple times as well. Good defensive game at points for both sides, and a really good defensive game for Eastern Oregon.
And Akolchin with a nice run. We're going to take a break. 17-3, Saints out on top.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Discover the difference a family-owned Montana bank can make for you and your business. Stockman Bank is focused only on Montana, no place else. So you come first with us. Visit your neighborhood Stockman Bank to say hello and let us earn your trust and your business. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
Well, somebody's winning streak will come to an end. The Mountaineers come in having won the last 3. The Saints, after dropping a non-conference game to Tech here at home in front of the largest crowd ever, their first game under the lights, their first game on the turf, they have not lost. They have won 4 in a row, but boy, the schedule gets brutal for the Saints next week at the College of Idaho. They're ranked 12th. November 2nd, home against Southern Oregon. They're ranked 10th. Then they head to Dillon on the 9th. Montana Western is ranked 6th. And then they'll be at Montana Tech to wrap up the regular season. And Tech is ranked 15th in the nation. 4 Frontier Conference teams ranked in the top 25. And the only unbeaten team in the conference, Carroll, is not one of those 4 ranked teams. and the ball just blew off the tee.
Yeah, I just caught a gust of wind up here in the booth, Rocky.
Hey, whatever happened to our tent that blew away from the
I think it might
tailgate
be
area?
I think it's in Mount Helena. I think it's up on the top now. Someone was able to rip it down. It's not, the tents aren't there anymore, so it's somewhere. Hopefully it got packed back up. But wind has certainly been a factor here. I don't think for the game itself, but in the stadium, there's been some high wind blowing west to east. Is that right? West to east.
They got to hold the football, and I don't think that was meant to be a squid kick, was it?
Yeah, it was kicked into the wind, which is obviously, once again, as you said, blowing pretty hard. It looked like a fair catch on the field for Eastern Oregon. So they'll start 25. Or at the 30, I guess they fair cut at the 30. They'll start up there.
Quincy Glasper, 16 of 31, 158 yards. No picks, no touchdowns in the first half. And Michael Spurrier, the leading receiver, 9 receptions for 87 yards. This could be a different score. It could easily be 17-10. So the Mountaineers will
17-17 as well, honestly.
Oh, exactly.
Two big stops in the red zone for Carroll College.
And the Mountaineers drive will start on the 32-yard line.
Oh,
and
my.
Almost intercepted. What a catch by Camp. After the ball was deflected, it was almost a pick 6.
I mean, they keep throwing towards Elijah Larson, I just don't feel like is the best game plan. As you see, he almost just had a pick 6, as you said. Lands right back in the receiver's hands. Good job by the receiver. Keep his eye on the ball and move it forward. So almost a back-breaking interception, but more good play from Elijah Larson.
Well, Glasper throwing with the win. That's going to be a first down. And making the catch is Casey. So,
and he's looks like a little banged up. Colton Casey out of Vail, Oregon, still on his knees, and they're going to blow this one dead for an injury timeout.
Eastern Oregon started the year with a 59-21 loss to Montana Western. We're going to take a timeout. 17-3 early in the third. Saints are out on top.
Come on, let's go. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Our kids love to play. Whether they're playing outside or playing house or playing dress up, there's one game they're playing all the time. They love to imitate you. You're setting an example. Make sure it's one you can live with, and one she can live a long, healthy life with, too.
I'm attracted, I got to have it. It's like magic, I'm so dramatic. Call it classic, reach out and drop it. Super massive, feels like I'm no hello.
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Well, nice start to the second half for the Mountaineers. Glasper, pump fake. Glasper's going down. He's sacked back at the 40-yard line. Loss of 8.
Well, how about Eli Abees? I mean, a guy they were pretty excited about to bring in here. Really talented linebacker, and he came off the blind side edge on a blitz. Glasper kind of just caught pumping the ball, and Abee hyped about that. And this Saints defense, that gave him some juice after the ball was on their side of the field for a second.
Played his high school football for the Trainmen of Laurel.
Trainmen, I like that.
It's going to be second down and 17. Glasper gets out of 1 sack. Glasper will run the 40. Midfield, still on his feet. Boy, what a nifty run
like
for the quarterback, Quincy Glasper. Did he step out?
Yeah, it looks like he stepped out at that 49, but still a really good run. Henry Gross ran a somewhat of a stunt where him and this other lineman swapped sides, and he had a good rush at him, but It's one of the first or second times we've seen a defensive lineman get an open angle at Glasper, but sometimes they come so quickly up, Rocky. They're not able to break down, and Glasper, he's so quick that he can just sometimes slip right out from under him.
Well, just across midfield, it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Mountaineers. 17-3. Saints up early. This is quarter number 3. The Saints have won the last 4. The Mountaineers have won their last 3. A run all the way, and Quincy goes nowhere against that Saints defense.
Well, how about Forrest Suero? They brought the heat. I'm not sure. Usually when Carroll brought the blitz, Eastern Oregon did a good job of doing that draw play up the middle, but Forrest Suero just obliterated the offensive lineman. There was no up the middle to run. And now the punt unit has to come on.
With the wind to their back, and Sullivan is back at the 10-yard line.
Only 2 punt return touchdowns on the Frontier, and they both happened in the same Carroll MSU Northern game, and it was off blocked punts, not really return punts.
And Sullivan will bobble it from the 9. You know, if he would have let that go, that would have went all the way back into the end zone.
He almost dropped it and fumbled it. It could have been a real disaster. He saved it, though.
We'll be back with more right after this.
Your estimated wait time is 45 minutes.
Are you tired of being on hold? Then don't leave your money with strangers. Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
When you work with us, you work with community members who make time for you.
Our goal is to strengthen relationships and give back to our community.
We always work to be part of our community. So if that's important to you, don't leave your money with strangers.
Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
Ascent Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
A1 Rentals, locally owned and operated, has been serving Helena since 1959. We offer rental items for the do-it-yourselfer to major construction companies, backhoes, floor care, lawn equipment, automotive, concrete work, generators, heaters, electrical, drywall, and more. We can help with any job, no matter how big or small. And we still have concession machines for your next party. A1 Rentals on Cedar Street in Helena.
Well, I believe the Saints may have found the new quarterback, Rochelle Sayer's daughter.
Taylor
at halftime, she was spectacular in the punt, pass, and kick competition.
Well, the punt and pass competition, she got her.
Well, the kick was a bit short.
So is it better than James Lang's kick 2 weeks ago on the men's basketball team here at Carroll?
How about the spiral she threw, though?
Yeah, that was good. I mean, state champion softball player, Rock. She's a catcher on the softball state champion team. You can't not throw.
1st down and 10. 10-yard line. Saints with their first offensive possession of the second half. And Perka avoided the sack. Perka the 10, the 15. Perka gets up 1st down out across the 20-yard line.
Joystick Jack, as they love to call him. Thought he was going to get sacked there for a second, but he just ducked under the pressure, had some open turf in front of him, and then showed off the juke moves a little bit and way to turn in what could have been a bad negative into a good positive, as you see right there. Good blocking by the Saints O-line. Perkins had plenty of time today, so credit to the boys up front.
1st down on the first play of the second half, and the officials stop action here.
The clock is doing, well, the clock is flickering on the scoreboard. I don't know if that's a feature of the scoreboard or if something's messed up. You see what I'm seeing here, Rocky?
Exactly. The 10 and the 11.
Now
it's
turned off.
It's called reboot.
Yeah, they're just going to plug it in, unplug it, and plug it back in, I think. That's probably the best thing to do. Rocky, did you kick the plug here? Is it below us here up in the press box?
I'm not sure if I did that or not.
All right, we might. Well, it's back on. Let's go.
So 11:40 left in the third.
All right. We're good to go. good eye by the official that makes see that the scoreboard had stopped working. Our scoreboard, the truck's still working. Let's go.
Could be the wind.
Good job, guys.
We might have missed it. Maybe that flying tent hit the scoreboard.
Oh yeah, that could be.
First down and 10. Play fake, and they go on the ground, and with the carry, Jeske, and Jeske's going to go for about 7 yards. That was good misdirection.
Yeah, they kind of brought a Colchin in, and obviously, as we talked about at halftime and saw in the first half, a Colchin has been running the ball well on the sweep, so the defense kind of had played it safe on the outside, and Jeske able to keep moving forward, keep the legs pedaling. Now second and short.
It's going to be 2nd down and 2 from the 28-yard line. Perka back to throw. Perka will air it out, and that's going to be incomplete. A Colchin trying to make a great save. Was that meant for a Choa or a Colchin?
I couldn't tell, Rocky. Perka had all day, so you can run the play action. Wanted to make a good decision, but I think that was to a Colchin. I think maybe he thought it was to a Choa. Choa couldn't get it. It was too high, and then Colchin realized it was his and had a chance. There's been a few of those for Colchin today where he's got a chance to make a really spectacular catch, but just couldn't quite hang on to it.
Lincoln Holmes is in. This is going to be 3rd down and short, 3rd down and 2.
Okay.
Quarterback draw all the way, and Perka is going to be just short. Now do they go for it on 4th down in less than a yard?
Yeah, I mean, a tough place to turn the ball over. They kind of ran the quarterback blast with Perka like Eastern Oregon does with Glasper. Obviously, not a lot of designed runs for Perka. Right now, the offense is staying on the field. I don't see the punter anywhere, so as you see here, good defense by Eastern Oregon to keep Jack Perka in front of him. Okay, now they're going to bring the punter on.
Spencer Berger comes on 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, you really want to go for it here and keep the ball moving and put some points on the board, but you just can't turn the ball over on your own 30, Rocky. There's gambling and there's whatever that is. It's like hitting on 17.
And remember, Spencer punting
into
blocked. The blocked.
And
the punt is blocked.
Disaster.
And a big break for the Oregon.
Well, mine should have gone for it.
The Mountaineers will take over on the 27-yard line.
Oh, my. Carroll they've had 2 punts blocked this year, I believe. MSU Northern scored a touchdown on one, and Montana Tech scored a touchdown on another punt block. I think that's their 3rd punt block of the year. And just, disaster for the Saints. Should have just gone for it there if that's going to happen.
Huge break for the Mountaineers.
Oh my. Yeah, special teams unit for Carroll College. They've had some real trouble with punt protection this year, and it keeps happening. Now, Eastern Oregon's got a chance to score with momentum and make it a 1-score game. Carroll going to rely on their defense once again.
Their drive starts on the 27-yard line. McMillan comes into motion. Quincy, pass caught, Spurrier the 12, and Spurrier. And that is his 10th reception of the game, his 58th on the year.
Yeah, well, if there's one guy you don't want to leave open in the zone, it's that guy right there, Spurrier. Good catch by him, and he kind of wears on you too. He's going to be out there, and you leave him open one play, and now in the red zone for a 4th time today.
1st down and 10, 3 wide receivers to the right side. Pass caught, that's Camp. Camp takes a big hit. Camp down to about the 5-yard line.
Well, we've seen the Carroll defense buckle down twice in the red zone already once they allowed a field goal. So really good, but Rock, you can only be in the red zone so many times without allowing a touchdown, you know?
Well, they've come up short a couple of times. Glasper 20 of 35 in the game. And Glasper quarterback draw all the way. And he might have gotten a half a yard. 3rd down coming up for Eastern Oregon.
Well, Eastern Oregon had their 3 receivers on the left, all in man-to-man coverage, but it was a designed QB run, and Carroll brought the blitz. I just feel like if you're Glasper, you got to realize that they're not going to drop a guy back into coverage there and just run a slant route with Malachi Spurrier there if he's going to be in man coverage.
Spurrier and Camp to the left side on 3rd down and 4. 8.5 to go. This is quarter number 3.
Got to think they go to Spurrier here, right?
Glasper Heavy pressure over the middle. Pass is caught, and it is Spurrier, and all of that for a gain of a yard.
Yeah, well, good blitz by the Saints defense. They did bring in some help, so Glasper had to really wait. Ali looked like he was held for a bit. Really breaks 3, but really good defense on the coverage there, like from Carroll College. This is Tomasini, the linebacker. Now, here's our punter kicker, Rocky.
How about the Saints defense on the goal line?
Oh, my.
This is going to be a 21-yard field goal attempt, pretty much a straight-on kicker. Chatting puts his right foot into it, and that is good, and it's 17-6 our score.
4 trips to the red zone and 6 points for Eastern Oregon, which
17-6, 7:40 left to be played here in the third.
I try to, stand for something. I try to stand for positivity. I try to stand for, health. I see the impact of vaping, amongst our communities as, a total negative thing. I would say to adults, set the example, set the example. Learn to communicate, with the young people and your own children. And so we always share with the young people is that you got to find your own strength. You guys are role models. You guys are leaders, and that's what we need in our communities.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Kickoff goes into the end zone. The Saints will take over. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line here. And how many more opportunities than a red zone will the Mountaineers get? And, they go for it on fourth down more than any other team. I thought they would go for it on fourth down there.
Yeah, they've already failed once, though, so you start to think about how many points you lose by not kicking field goals by doing that. So they made a two-score game a two-score game, but a little less of a deficit now.
Perka wants to throw on first down over the middle. Pass is caught midfield, and making the catch is Lincoln Holmes.
I mean, a dangerous throw, but Jack Perka has been sharp today, just over the top of the linebackers for the Saints. Lincoln Holmes catches it. Now Carroll can go with a little bit of tempo, which is when I think their offense is at the best.
Can't be easy to throw in this wind.
No.
And Perka in trouble. Perka's going to go deep. A Colchin.
Oh.
He almost made a spectacular catch on the sidelines. Wow.
Well, that was a great throw by Jack Perka, but I can't give credit. Really, really, really good defense by Rosas, the junior cornerback there. He was draped all over Chris Colchin. Didn't get his head turned around, but really didn't go into Chris Colchin's body. Perka put it right in the breadbasket, but there's just no place to catch the ball. It's a good defense there.
Second down and 10. 47-yard line. And with the run, LaFerge for 7 yards.
Yeah, well, Archie, when he's been called upon, has looked pretty good today. Been kind of hard to take down. I use that word slippery when I'm talking about Glasper. Archie LaFerge is kind of the same way, and now a third and short. No man's land for Carroll College. This is four-down territory, obviously. I'll tell you anything but bring the punt unit out again.
Third down and 2 yards for a first down for the 39-yard line. Vandenacre will come into motion.
Flag.
And boy, that
false start gonna be right.
Is that the first time we've had a false start in the game?
No, Rocky, I believe it's the 7th. Not on Carroll, just total. That's going to be the third on Carroll. So 3 on Carroll, 4 on East. You know, coaches aren't going to like that. Maybe the wind's making it hard to hear. Think that's possible?
And the Saints come in one of the least penalized teams.
Yeah, well, that was going to change after today, I think. We saw those 2 big penalties on that early drive from Eastern Oregon and 3 false starts as well.
They're down in 7. Perka, his 21st pass attempt in coverage. It's caught by Holmes in triple coverage. Move the chains. First down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Perka, a bit of a magician. He's got a way to just throw the ball, and you think it's going to be intercepted or fall incomplete, and somehow it just ends up in the hands of Lincoln Holmes. Good job by Holmes. Those two have a really good connection today.
First down and 10. 30-yard line over the middle. Pass is caught inside the 20-yard line. Ochoa and the Saints are on the move.
Well, Ochoa, a guy that they took out earlier in the game for an unsportsmanlike penalty, kind of killed one of their drives. But when you're the leading receiving tight end in the conference, you kind of want to keep that guy in the field. And that's Carson Ochoa, obviously. Most 278 yards coming to the game, I believe, Rocky, which is top in the Frontier.
Another first down, just inside the 20-yard line. Perka hands it off. LaFerge for a couple. It has not been easy, Jack, to run with the football for either team.
Yeah, especially Carroll's done a great job stopping the running back run. Eastern Oregon's, they have a few decent rushes at 8 or so, but they've also had a few plays like that where they just stuff the ball carriers. The wind is now kind of blowing directly southwest, or no, the opposite.
You've become
Southeast.
a weatherman.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I need my compass here. Wind's blowing hard, though, in the face of Jack Perka. That's what's important.
Second down and 9 from the 18-yard line. Perka's got a receiver.
What a catch.
Catch is made into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown. Lincoln Holmes with a TD, his second of the season.
Well, for the third time this drive, Jack Perka threads the needle. Check this out, and what a catch. Lincoln Holmes. He's had a great year so far. It only gets better. Hits a little dance at the end. The Saints are rolling now, and that's a huge drive in the second half. Way to not get stagnant on offense, and Jack Perka looked sharp.
And Spencer Berger, his kick is good.
Into the wind.
24-6. Saints out on top.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we call this community home, just like you.
That's why we take a locally focused approach for our members.
Your financial success is our primary goal.
Whether you're refinancing your home,
buying a car,
starting a business,
or just need help with a checking or savings account,
we'll give you the financial tools you need to grow.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we're here for all life's events, big and small.
Stop by your local branch or visit rmcu.net to learn more.
A1 Rentals, locally owned and operated, has been serving Helena since 1959. We offer rental items for the do-it-yourselfer to major construction companies. Backhoes, floor care, lawn equipment, automotive, concrete work, generators, heaters, electrical, drywall, and more. We can help with any job, no matter how big or small. And we still have concession machines for your next party. A1 Rentals on Cedar Street in Helena.
Well, Jack Perka comes into the game averaging 205 yards a contest. He's got 272.
Yeah, once again, he's looked really sharp today. It's his second touchdown pass. And on that drive, he had 3 balls that, well, at least 2 of them I saw leave his hand, and I was like, that's for sure going to be an interception or incomplete. And somehow It just went right over a defender and into the hands of Lincoln Holmes. And that last catch, good job to hold on to the ball by Lincoln Holmes. Kind of weird angle, it got hit in the air, and he just made a really, really gritty reception. As a quarterback, you love that in a receiver, a guy who can just come down with the ball, even if you put it in a tough window. Into the wind again, man.
Short kick. Oh! Covered by a lineman who got taken out by a teammate. That could have been disaster.
Yeah, you got to call it, boys. Carroll kicking into the wind, so the kick's not going to go very far because the wind is blowing directly the opposite way of that, directly into that kick. And you see, oh, man.
They weren't calling for the fair. They weren't talking to each other.
No, that's right. Chad Spitz, the linebacker, a sophomore, able to hold on to it. Good job by him.
You know what they need to do is, when you played golf in the British Open and all that wind at St. Andrews, you got to keep the ball low.
Yeah. That's kind of what Jack Perka did on the last drive. He did a good job.
First down and 10. Pitch it out.
What a play.
Almost fumbled by McMillan on that pitch.
Well, that's a good job by Henry Gross. And what a story he's been. A redshirt freshman from right here at Helena, Montana. State champion with the Capital Bruins. 5th in the Frontier, 6 tackles for a loss coming into that game. And he just got another one and also leads the team in sacks.
Under 4 minutes to go. 24-6. Saints out on top. Second down in 15. Wide open Walker. 35 and Walker. A gain of about 9.
Oh, and one more thing to add about Henry Gross. He's the son of the guy you talked to at halftime. AD here, Charlie Gross. Look at that.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Charlie's kid was on the state championship team with the Bruins. Obviously, pretty easy college decision there.
Carroll trying to win their 5th straight game in his series and their 5th straight overall. And what a defensive effort for the Saints there. That's Larson again?
Yeah. That's number 0, and I'll tell you what, I would not pass it anywhere near him. He has had such a good game today. And, some games you don't see a lot of him just because he's playing man-to-man coverage, and he kind of just takes our receiver away, and teams know better to throw. But today is showing why there's a reason teams don't throw at him all the time.
Punting with the wind to your back. This could be a 62-yard kick.
New career.
Oh! Eludes the blocker.
What a play by the punter.
Still got the kickoff.
Oh, my.
And it still goes into the end zone from 62 yards out. Wow.
Tanner Shattuck just turned disaster into a great play, and that's just something you don't see in the stat book. It's disasters prevented, but that's just what he did. What a play.
Our scoreboard sponsor, Opportunity Bank of Montana, Montana-born full-service community bank with locations throughout the state, offering a range of banking, lending, mortgage, and agriculture banking services for over 100 years. They've been a Montana community financial institution committed to providing strong financial futures for Montanans. Opportunity Bank, remember FDIC. First down and 10, LaForge. Big hole, 25-30. Close to a first down for Archie.
Well, if you're Carroll, you can kind of put Eastern Oregon to bed here on this drive. And Archie, once again, as I said, he's got good burst out of the backfield. He's got that track speed. Good job there. What's he up to today, Rocky?
Well, Archie came in with 96 yards. He's got 50 yards on 8 carries after that 10-yard pickup.
Obviously, with injuries, you don't want to give your running backs the ball a crazy amount. If you already have a bunch injured, you don't want to give them the ball 30 times a game or something. But with his opportunities today, Archie's looked really good.
From the 31-yard line, Saints up, 24-6, 2.5 to go. Okolchin wide open, 35-40, 45. Gets knocked out of bounds. Another Carroll College first down.
Yeah, good job there. Obviously, Jack Perka still has looked sharp. And the way to just move the chains if you're the Saints.
First down and 10, 47-yard line. Perka now 11 yards away from a 300-yard passing afternoon. 3 plays, 3 first downs on this drive. From the 47, Play fake. Perka takes a hit.
Good
Colchin
catch.
makes a catch. A gain of 8.
Yeah, well, Colchin had a really good first half and really good first drive, so obviously the defense has tried to take him away a little bit. But guys like LaFerge and Lincoln Holmes, especially Lincoln Holmes, has been open, so they've adjusted. But on that one, wide open, and once again, Jack Perka, lethal. 17 for 24, Rocky.
And Colchin's over 100 yards receiving. 7 catches, 104 yards on the afternoon. Second down a yard inside Mountaineers territory. Saints are on the move again. And LaFerge hit at the line, dives forward, gets the first down, a gain of a couple.
Yeah, good job by LaFerge bouncing outside, kind of knew where the sticks were. And check this out, a stiff arm going to come from the former wrestler into the turf. Whew. Look out for Archie. 53 had something to say to him afterwards, but Archie got the first down, so. Rocky, I was hoping we'd talk about number 41 on Eastern Oregon's defense a little more. Happens to be named Jack Marshall.
Great name.
Yeah, great name. Pride about. I haven't seen him out there a whole lot. He's got a sack this year.
Is that the first time you've called a game with a Jack Marshall?
That I know of for sure, definitely.
First down and 10, pump fake. Perka tries to run. Perka will be sacked. A loss of about 4.
Yeah, Cadenas, that's the second sack of the day, the nose tackle. Perka had time, but after a while, didn't have time anymore. Count that as kind of a coverage sack, as Perka almost kind of ran into the DT. Good job keeping him in the pocket, though.
And that's going to take us to the end of this third quarter. The Carroll College Saints out on top of the Eastern Oregon Mountaineers, 24-6 at the end of quarter number 3.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
I'm attracted, I got the habit. It's like magic, I'm so dramatic. Call it classic, reach out and drop it. Super massive, boost like a hello.
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
I'm living for my people. I'm dancing for my people. A lot of our kids and a lot of our people do vape and smoke. Especially around here on the res, there's a lot of that negativity. It's really pressured from the things that come from around us. It's very dangerous to your body, and not only to your body, but to yourself and the people around you. Kids are easily influenced by the things that they grow up and they see. And when an adult is doing something like that, they see it as an okay key to go and do it.
Come on, let's go. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
First play, fourth quarter. After the sack, it's going to be second down and 14. From the Mountaineers, 46, they're going to bring just 3, and Perka takes a hit. Perka will be sacked.
Also number 96, again, his third sack of the day, man. He's a talented nose tackle for this Eastern Oregon team. They only brought 3, but clearly a miscommunication on the offensive line for the Saints. I think, obviously, if they're only bringing 3, you kind of want to be able to get guys blocked. That's the least amount of time Perka's had all day. It's not third and long. If you're Carroll College, Rocky, you want to avoid disaster here. So no interception here, and you can't get your punt blocked again. That's for sure.
Third down, halfway back to Townsend. 49-yard line, low snap. Perka.
Townsend's the other way.
Runs for his life. Pump fake, dumps it short. Ochoa, 45-40. Takes a hit. Dives forward. Now you got to think about going in for fourth down. You're fourth and 6.
The punt unit had such a disaster on that last one. You might as well just go for it here. I mean, why not? Fourth and medium.
But the wind to your back, I mean, it would be a 55-yard field goal attempt for Spencer Berger. He might be able to hit that today.
Speaking of Townsend, Van Aker just subbed out, so Rickman's coming in, which means they're going heavy here. I don't know why extra tight end on 4th and 6. Yeah, wind might help, but it depends what hash you're on.
A Colchin, Ochoa, LaFerge.
Oh, no. Perk is playing tight end.
And there's a penalty flag.
What's going on?
Delay a game?
Yeah, it was a false start. Someone, so it looked like they're going to do a trick play where, was that Croy who was going to take the snap? I couldn't, or maybe Ochoa was going to take the snap. But obviously, you know, Jack Perk is the one who calls. Center knows what he sounds like, not anyone else. So now if you're Carroll, you got to get this punt off.
Yeah, Spencer Berger had a punt blocked.
Flag.
To receive is Robinson.
Oh, my.
And a beautiful kick. And that'll bounce. Oh, what a great bounce.
What a punt
That's
by Berger.
Unbelievable by Berger. Down to near the 2-yard line.
We'll see what the flag is, though. Happened right at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I mean, good bounce back by Berger. Got his last punt block. That one, I mean, was a little close, but they're going to re-kick, you said? Yeah. Is that a false start? Illegal formation on the punt. Yeah, I mean, this punt protection unit has just had a really tough year, as we've talked about. Already 3 punts blocked, and then now a illegal formation, trying to figure out how to protect the punt. And they're going to be backed up again. And once again, Rocky, you need to get this punt off if you're the Carroll College Saints.
11 penalties this afternoon against the Saints.
Another flag.
Another flag.
Same
Spencer
penalty, right?
Berger, wow. And he put that one in the end zone. That's a 50-yard punt, but he may have to punt it again.
Coach
for the third time.
Coach Purcell's 10 yards down on the field. He's mad at someone. I mean, obviously. I don't see how you get a legal formation and immediately you get the same, like, I imagine they said, oh, you can't do that, and then you'd want to fix that, but I just don't.
It's going to happen twice in a row.
I don't see what the disconnect comes from there, because then, like, imagine pre-punt, they check it or something. I don't know. Like, let me look down at the booth on the right of me. I don't know if the special teams coordinator's down there.
Over 100 yards of penalties in today's game against the Saints.
I still got a good lead.
Spencer Berger.
Let's see if this is a legal formation. Coach Purcell's talking to the ref.
Back
oh
5-0. Oh, they send everybody.
Flag. What is going on?
This is the third penalty on this punt attempt.
This one's a false start. Well, that's 4 penalties in a row for the Saints. They got a false start, 2 illegal formation penalties, and now a false start. Like, Rocky, I think you and me might need to go down there on the punt protection unit. You're going to have to take one for the team. It's going to hurt, but maybe they'll get the punt off this time.
4th and 26. High
Oh,
snap.
no.
They bring everybody.
Oh, my.
Berger is smothered at the 26-yard line.
Well, I can tell you, and a flag late. I can tell you, I think Coach Purcell just got a flag. I can tell you what, they're going to be working on punts for a good majority of the next Carroll College practice, because, my Lord, that's the 4th of the season.
That's bizarre.
That's just.
I mean, what we just witnessed.
You
I mean,
just can't
4
have
penalties in a row.
No, it's 5. Coach Purcell just got a penalty at the end of that play.
Yeah.
I mean, that went from Carroll College punting with the ball on their own. Carroll College had the ball on the Eastern Oregon 40, lining up to punt. And 5 penalties later, Eastern Oregon has the ball at the Carroll College 13. Like, you just can't. Execution-wise, that's just a disaster. You just can't have 5 penalties in a row, and you can't have 2 punts in a game. That's just like a old classic football coach is rolling in his coffin right now. I mean, that's terrible.
The drive starts on the 13. They go to the end zone. Looked like there was a push-off. That is going to be offensive. Pass interference against Colton Casey.
Well, 6 flags in a row. It's just absurd. 5 of them on Carroll, now 1 on Eastern Oregon. Larson had a great angle to make an interception there. He was going to make a great play on that ball, and I think the receiver kind of realized that and got him out of the way, which smart play for no turnover, as we're going to get another look at this one, but not a good play if you're trying to score a touchdown here. Kind of see the end of it, the ref threw the flag, but Larson definitely got pushed in the back. You can't do that as a receiver. If we can see it from up here, Rocky.
So what's the Frontier Conference record for the most penalties in a row? We have had 6 in a row.
We're close.
Over the middle, pass is caught. The 20 breaking tackles. And on his way to the 15-yard line for the Mountaineers. And Rydell, new receiver. Well, new running back in.
Well, that's a good play as a bounce back after that first down.
Next pass for Glasper, his 40th. Second down and a dozen from the 15-yard line.
5th trip into the red zone for Eastern Oregon today.
Quincy wide open and Spurrier, but he's going to be brought down, and that'll be Hunter Peck.
Well, Hunter Peck's a dog. Everyone knows it, and every play, everyone on the offensive line knows to look for number 19. And right there, right up the middle, you can't have him one-on-one, and Hunter Peck with another phenomenal play. And this Carroll defense has the opportunity to make it 5 trips into the red zone for Eastern Oregon and 6 points, which is just absurd. Backed into the corner, and they just fight back, this Saints defense.
Third down and 21. 5 wide receivers are set to go out. Glasper dumps it short.
Another great play.
No gain. How about that Saints defense?
Yes, Tomasini, and a great play there. They tried to set up the screen. He read it like a book and made a great tackle. I mean, if you get a scholarship to Boise State, you're going to be a talented ball player, and he does that right there. And Rocky, they don't have a guy who can kick a field goal this long.
Not against the wind either.
On 4th and 22.
They are forced to go for it, and for Malachi Spurrier.
Interesting formation here. 4 receivers on the right. There's only 2 defensive backs over there for Carroll College.
They stack them up on the left-hand side, and they throw to the end zone like a Hail Mary.
No way.
It's caught, and that is going to be a touchdown.
Well, I talked about execution disasters for Carroll College.
Well, you put everybody, why not?
There's 4 guys on the left side of the field, and there's only 2 defensive backs on that side of the field for Carroll College. And good job to notice it and just throw it up there for Glasper. But as you can see here, I mean, there's 4 receivers and 2 defensive backs. Like, that's just, you'll take that every time. And now the backup quarterback is going to come on to kick a PAT, not the punter, which is part of the Eastern Oregon deal. I mean, obviously, they didn't kick a field goal back there. They don't really have a kicker. Their punter can make them, as we saw earlier. But that's, I mean.
Swank on the reception. The kick is good. It is 24-13. Saints up. And guess what? This game's far from over.
Discover the difference a family-owned Montana bank can make for you and your business. Stockman Bank is focused only on Montana, no place else. So you come first with us. Visit your neighborhood Stockman Bank to say hello and let us earn your trust and your business. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
You know, it really wasn't a bad idea. I mean, it's 4th down and forever. They set up 4 wide receivers, put everybody on the left side, have them go into the corner of the end zone. You throw the ball up, Hail Mary. You have a chance that somebody's going to make a catch. That's exactly what happened.
Well, I saw 2 things there. First things first. On the drive before, we know there's one thing we know about Carroll's punt unit is they can't punt the ball safe without getting it blocked. And they failed once, they failed twice, and they still decided to punt it. And it failed miserably, and they got tackled, turned the ball over. So then Eastern Oregon gets the ball.
You forgot to mention the 4 straight penalties trying to punt the football.
It didn't go well. Failed miserably, right? I think Eastern Oregon gets the ball, and they have a long 4th down, just like Carroll did. And they know they don't have a kicker, and they go for it. I think Carroll might as well have gone for it back there on that last drive. Ball would have been a different place.
And Sauter.
Oh, my gosh.
Gets nailed at about the 35-yard line.
He's got tackled by his own guy, Rocky. What are we doing? Great return, though. Good return.
Well, this game's not over. 24-13. The Saints have won their last 4 after dropping their opener to Tech.
Oh, man.
Eastern Oregon lost their first 3. They've won their last 3 games.
Sorry, I was just rewatching that punt and kick return, Rocky.
I didn't hear that. It's going to be 1st down and 10. 311 passing yards for Jack Perka. LaFerge, the 40, the 45, and LaFerge will pick up 8 yards on that carry, 60 yards on the afternoon. And Archie, his best game of the year.
If you're Carroll right now, just want to sit on the ball, have runs like that, run the clock down. You're up 2 scores. Obviously you want to go down and score again, but even a field goal in this drive wouldn't hurt. You got the wind at your back. So just hold on to the ball. Please don't bring the punt unit out again.
Vanden Aker, 1st down, 40-yard line. Saints on the move.
Yeah, good play. They kind of went sort of heavy. They brought a lot of guys into the kind of all together in a cluster. So Eastern Oregon blitzed, and then Vanden Aker kind of found a soft spot in the defense. Now you run the ball.
Perka 19 of 26 in the game. LaFerge again. Another nice run. He goes for 7 more. 68 yards in the game.
Yeah, as you said a second ago, he's had his best game of his career so far. Certainly has. He scored a touchdown against Simpson, but obviously it's a little different of a scenario. But he's done a really good job of getting the second level, getting past the D-line and kind of breaking it open, getting the ball down and making it so it's 2nd and 3rd and manageable for the Saints offense. And now they got an extra tight end in.
2nd down and short, 2nd down and 3, 422 yards of offense for the Saints this afternoon. Perka.
Oh, no.
Play fake. Perka's going to be sacked, and that's going to be a loss of about 8 yards.
Well, good defense by Eastern Oregon. They think it's a, obvious rushing down. They bring the blitz. Good idea to run play action, but Perka, you just got to get rid of the football there. You don't want to lose yards. Just throw it incomplete if that's the end of things, but that's not what happened, and I think that's Gabriel Schulke, graduate student out of LeGrand. And Rocky, I tell you what, kind of a lot of things happen here for Carroll College, but just don't bring the punt unit back onto the field. Go for it on 4th down like Eastern Oregon did, because at the very least they get the ball back on the 40 and not whatever happened on that last drive.
3rd down and 10.
False start. No?
Perka flushed out, still behind the line of scrimmage. He'll run 40, 35, takes a hit to the back and driven down. Is there a flag? No.
Well, the Carroll sideline wants a flag. It was a weird snap from the start. I saw a couple guys went and a couple guys didn't for Carroll, but the ball was snapped, I guess. So no false start. Perka takes off, gets a couple yards. He's hit. They blow it dead, and they still push him backwards. And suddenly no flag, but on 4th and medium, yeah, Rocky. Just anything. I've said it too many times already. Go for it here in 4th down. Smart job by Coach Purcell to keep the offense out there.
Coming into the game, Eastern Oregon giving up 418 yards a game. That was worst in the Frontier. This is 4th down and 5. Perka. Yes. Vanden Aker comes up big once again.
Yeah, really, really good execution. I mean, Jack Perka, he has been crucial when he's needed to be crucial today. Just really good execution. His receivers are all on the same page. And is there a flag on the – oh, my, Rocky. Well, yeah, let's see.
We're going to wipe out the 1st down.
Yeah, we'll see on this replay if we can see what happened. Good throw by Perka to Vanden Aker.
Yeah, no first down.
Illegal man downfield. I'm not sure who the illegal man was. I couldn't tell from that angle. So, oh no. Rocky. Doc, talk to me here. They're bringing off the punt unit.
Well, they got
no,
one
wait,
punt
is this the field goal unit? No, it's the punt unit. Never mind.
Last time they
got
attempted
2 punts
a punt, 4 straight penalties, and then Berger was unable to get the punt off, and he was brought down for a huge loss.
They're going to take a timeout here, right? Well, they had, last time they went out, they had 2 illegal formation penalties and a false start. And now the refs are talking about some. I mean, Coach Purcell obviously wants it to be illegal. Wants it to be wants to make sure his formation's correct because you don't want to repeat last drive. Berger has kicked the ball well when he's been able to kick it, or punted the ball when he's been able to punt it. Just his protection has been less than desirable.
12 penalties.
Okay, so now they're talking to Coach Purcell, and they're saying, hey.
You know, I don't think, you know, you're nervous about the Saints punting.
Yeah,
I'm
nervous.
I think
up here
the entire
watching them punt.
staff for Carroll College is nervous. Parker Robinson back to receive.
We still haven't snapped it. And now they're saying run the clock, but I don't know what's going on. It's been a weird game, Rocky.
Well, Spencer has the wind to his back.
That's
Eastern
true.
Oregon's going to bring 10.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't. I'd bring 11 if I was them.
And they're going to sit on it, try to pull them off sides.
Let the clock roll.
That's not going to work.
What are they doing, Rocky?
They're going to just take the penalty.
Okay, so now
delay a game.
Well, it takes time off the clock, but there's 6 minutes left, not 30 seconds.
So, the last 2 times that, well, we had 5 penalties actually because Purcell got a penalty. That's 6 penalties the last 2 times that the Saints have tried to punt the football.
And they've had 1 blocked and 1 that was tackled. Would have been blocked if it wasn't tackled.
Heavy rush, and Spencer gets this one off. Nice high kick, and he takes that great
Some redemption.
Bounce. It's kind of like
redemption.
You know, it's
Let's
a
go,
lot
boys.
like the way you hit your 9-iron with that backspin. So 24-13, Saints up.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
There's a lot of tradition in farming. My son, he picked up everything. When my grandson was born, we both were chewing, thinking about what could happen, mouth cancer, throat cancer, or worse. Finally, we decided that's addiction, not tradition.
To protect my son, we quit. We did it together. Took us a few times, but we're stubborn.
We called the quit line, found what worked for us.
And we quit for good this time.
Well, the Mountaineers aren't out of it. They're down 11 with 6:46 left to be played in the game. They have a 3-game winning streak on the line. Saints have won their last 4. Glasper got time, airs it up. That's a free football, and I don't know if the wind got that or what.
I wouldn't throw it anywhere near Larson, and that's what happened there. Hole number 0. Lucky that was out of bounds, but you know, it can never be easy, Rocky. Carroll was up 24-6. They had a chance to really close things down, and then a terrible instance on a punt and terrible execution on a 4th and 22, and Eastern Oregon life breathed back into this one, and now they have the ball with a chance to make it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Glasper's 44th pass attempt. It will not be an attempt. Play's going to be sacked. Hunter Peck again.
Yeah, you know, he's talking to him a little bit. Hunter Peck, 2 sacks a day, and man, as we've said, he's an all-conference, all-American type player. It's just, you know, obviously people are going to put a lot of attention on him, but as this game's gone on, he's kind of only gotten better. Now 3rd and long, Rocky. You gotta get your guys in the secondary this time.
Glasper on the 2-yard line. Glasper will try to run, picks up a few, but it's going to be 4th and long coming up for Eastern Oregon. Now they're going to punt against the wind.
Well, Rocky Shields and Hunter Peck, good job keeping the contain there. Glasper goes. Rocky gets to him first. Hunter Peck cleans it up. Yeah, this will be interesting. We've seen some issues in the punt game.
Sullivan near midfield.
He almost got his punt blocked last time, but he took a step back and still punted it.
Good snap. Almost got it blocked again. Sullivan, fair catch called for 46. Now time's everything here. If the Saints can just keep the clock rolling, both teams with 3 timeouts. Saints hanging on to an 11-point lead with 5 minutes and 32 seconds left to be played in this football game.
Is there a flag here? Uh-oh. Yeah, there's a flag on the far side. Rocky, we can't get a punt off without a flag today,
We're going to repunt, aren't we?
False start. I'll tell you what. There's going to be some long special teams meetings for both these two teams this week. Okay, so Carroll's going to decline it. Rocky, I don't... Make him punt it again. There's been so many problems with it.
Yeah, I would.
Carroll just... Coach Purcell just doesn't want to deal with the formations and punts anymore. He just doesn't want to see a punter on the field right now.
14 penalties against Carroll College, 111 yards.
Yeah.
And 7 penalties against Eastern Oregon. The 2 quarterbacks have combined to put the ball up 70 times on the afternoon.
If I had a microphone on the field, there'd be a penalty on me today too, probably. So
I'd call a couple. First down and 10, 47-yard line. Another great game for Perka. Fake the handoff to a Kolchuk.
Oh, wow.
And on the carry, right up the middle of the big hole, Jeske. What a run to the 23-yard line.
Oh, the kid out of Spangle, Washington and Liberty High School just kept moving forward. Keep those legs moving. Great blocking. Gets to the secondary, and some arm tackles aren't going to bring that guy down. He's a unit, Rocky. Jake Jeske, 5'10", 210 is what he's listed as on the roster. But I don't know. He might be a little bigger than that.
He came in with just 50 yards on the season.
And
he's got 40 with 4 carries today.
I saw his first touchdown of the year against Simpson earlier.
Tight formation. Give it to him again. Comes off left tackle, 25-20, flag down to the 17-yard line.
His running guy is over, but we got a flag on the, which usually means going to be holding. This one's coming back. And 61 on Carroll. That's going to be Ty Henson, listed as the backup center. Can't believe it. We'll see if we can get, there's 61 on your frame. I'm not sure. Couldn't tell what the hold was, but obviously it's going to be holding. But honestly, Rocky, with time-wise, you have a few more chances to run the clock a little bit here now. If you don't want to take it all in one play, because then they get the ball back quickly. Obviously, you want to score here, but a little more field to waste time with. And Carroll's going to do that. They're going to roll the clock all the way down to none, and now they're not even going to run the ball. What's going on?
15 penalties. Perka 20 of 27, 325. And 3 touchdowns. The Saints will take their first timeout of the half, so they've got 2 left.
Yeah, I think that was just to get the play, run some more time off the game clock.
The Game of the Week sponsors include the Montana Chevy dealers. Also brought to you by Opportunity Bank, Quit Now, Montana, and Pepsi. Rocky Erickson with Jack Marshall. Let's also thank our network affiliates for the day's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Yakima, and the Tri-Cities, and all across America on the Carroll College YouTube stream. We're happy to have you enjoying this game today with us.
Yeah, it's a good one. We'll see if the Saints can run some more time off. If you get a first down, you get a chance to get at least probably like a minute and a half off the clock, right?
On the ground again, and Jeske breaks a few more. Boy, what a game he's having. What a possession.
Yeah, he's came alive on this possession. All 3 runs have been downhill runs. Eastern Oregon brought the blitz, but Jeske able to get to that second level, and then everyone's going to turn around to chase him. Once again, good blocking by the Saints up front. Had to be chased down, and now it's second manageable. Now if they run 2 more good runs, then they can keep the clock rolling, and they're going to once again do that.
Well, just 3:40 left. And remember, we got the 2-minute media timeout. And Eastern Oregon with 3 timeouts. It's going to be second down and 8 from the 24-yard line. Perka. Handoff again. Jeske is going to go down. And it's going to be third down and 5. And they'll take a timeout. The Mountaineers will take their first timeout of the second half here with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. 24-13, our score. Saints are out on top. And boy, what a brutal schedule they have coming up. Next week at number 12, College of Idaho. November 2nd, home against Southern Oregon. They're ranked 10th this week. November 9th in Dillon. The Bulldogs of Montana Western, their new field this year. They're ranked 6th. And November 16th, they'll be at Montana Tech, and Tech is ranked 15th. Those 2 teams met in a non-conference game earlier, and that was 30-22. I'd like to thank our Frontier Conference corporate sponsors for their continued support of our conference. Logan Health, Tyrama, D.A. Davidson, Irk Hotels, McDonald's, Nike, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi, BSN Sports, Billings Clinic, and First Interstate Bank. Third down and 8 from the 23-yard line. Perka to throw over the middle. A Colchin at the 10. It was huge. Moved the chains. That was big.
Well, Perka and these receivers have been so surgical when they've needed him the most. And you can tell Perka and Colchin have been on the same page for quite a couple seasons now. Great catch by Colchin. Stays in bounds, and now Carroll can run the clock even more. Eastern Oregon used 1 timeout, so they probably, Carroll, I imagine, will run it twice here. For Eastern Oregon, maybe just let him into the end zone, Rocky. I don't know.
Hey, Jack, how about Chris Colchin? 8 carries, 118 yards. And remember, he had that rushing touchdown as well. First and goal, 9-yard line. And there's Jeske down to the 5-yard line. They've been beat up so bad with running backs getting hurt.
Now Eastern Oregon's going to call their second timeout. There's scramble at the end. Eastern Oregon says they have the ball, and they do.
Oh, my. Jeske fumbled the football. The Mountaineers come up big. And Jeske is limping off the field here.
That's just disaster. One thing to have another running back hurt if you're Carroll, but second, let's see. I don't know, Rocky. I feel like maybe he wasn't on the ground yet, but I feel like the play had come to a close. It just depends when they blew the whistle, and they don't have a way to track that.
We have not had. Can we review that?
If Purcell wants to, but then you lose the timeout if you're Carroll. You don't really need them, but it kind of seems like they know it. They're not really contesting it on the Carroll side then, so maybe Jeske does feel like he fumbled it. But more importantly, I hope Jeske's okay, because they're like Rocky, you and me are going to have to put jerseys on here in a couple weeks if this trend continues.
How many running backs can you lose in a season? It's going to be the final play before the 2-minute timeout. Almost sacked in the end zone. Glasper gets out, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, well, Garrett Warden almost had him for a safety dang near, and instead Glasper gets away from it but doesn't get away far enough because he's still looking downfield. A hold on Garrett Warden there, too.
They're going to try to get one more playoff on 2nd down and 10. Glasper, he'll run the 5, the 10. Glasper, the 15, the 20. He's got the first down out at the 23. That'll take us to the 2-minute media timeout. 1:58 left to be played in this Frontier Conference game. And the Saints of Carroll College out on top, 24-13.
We get it. Money is tight, and it's getting even tighter these days. And when you're making a large purchase like new tires, we also understand that you want the best price available, which is why Point S Tire and Auto Service will meet or beat the best price you can find on the same or comparable tires of your choice. Pair that with the best tire warranty in the business, and you'll have the best deal around. Only at Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping you safe one tire at a time.
Your estimated wait time is 45 minutes.
Are you tired of being on hold? Then don't leave your money with strangers. Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
When you work with us, you work with community members who make time for you.
Our goal is to strengthen relationships and give back to our community.
We always work to be part of our community. So if that's important to you, don't leave your money with strangers.
Call the people you know at Ascent Bank.
Ascent Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, there's no quit in this Mountaineers team. Pass completed right over the middle to Parker Robinson. And Eastern Oregon has 2 timeouts left in this game.
Chains crew, offense is ahead of the chains crew here, so clock won't, well, now it's going to roll.
Glasper going to the sidelines. Pass is caught. They're going to keep that one in bounds. What a great defensive play by Larson again. He has been outstanding today.
Yeah, I love the way he plays. And once again, keeps the guy in front of him, allows for 5 yards, but more importantly, as you said, keeps him in bounds.
It's going to be 2nd down and 5, right at midfield. The Mountaineers need 2 scores. Pass is dropped, and Blackham was looking downfield before he made the catch. And that is the 46th attempt of the game for Glasper.
That's like about the third kind of open drop we've had for Eastern Oregon. As Coach Van Diest told me once, get the jugs machine going when the plane lands.
Glasper 27 of 46, 274 yards and a touchdown. They need 2 scores. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 at midfield. Quincy got time, airs it out left side, pass is caught, move the chains. Swank makes the catch.
Well, that's a good play by Eastern Oregon. Get the ball downfield and get out of bounds, because if you're them, you only have 2 timeouts left, so you want to score here and then you're going to onside kick. They don't have enough timeout. They certainly don't have enough time to kick it back to Carroll and then hope to get the ball back.
Glasper, pass caught again. Do they stay in bounds?
No, it's not Cox. Larson's over there. I'm not throwing it back to number 0. It just feels like a bad idea. I mean, 7 on the other side of the field's a great defender too, and so is Bodie Smith. I mean, Carroll defense is really good, but I know you're number 15, your guys over there, Spurrier, but number 0, old Elijah Larson's just been so good at corner there and force an incompletion there.
Just 1:15 left, a 24-13 game. Saints are out on top. And they're going to put 3 wide receivers left side. Glasper looking in that direction. Lets it fly. Pass is caught. Another first down. Making the catch, Walker Camp.
Yeah, I mean, once again, if you're Eastern Oregon, what you want to do is get down the field 10, 15 yards, go to bounds. They did that exactly. Carroll's defensive backs clearly keeping their guys in front of him. Larson pushes him out of bounds, but great catch by Eastern Oregon.
Saints playing more of a prevent, giving up the short stump. Glasper will run. Glasper trying to get the first down, And he's going to be close, I believe. No, he's going to fall short.
And now
it's
they're
going to be a gain of about 9. Now they will have to take a timeout, and they do.
Yeah, it's a smart timeout because he did not get out of bounds. Glasper didn't get out of bounds, and they didn't move the chain, so the clock wouldn't stop at all. With a minute left, you kind of need that. Don't need your timeouts anyway. You're going to try to onside kick it if you score here.
62 seconds left to be played in this college football game. 24-13. Saints out on top. And we have seen a lot of offense this afternoon. 482 yards from Carroll College. 342 for the Mountaineers. Glasper, 29 of 49. 292 yards. Perka, over 300 yards. 21 of 28. 339 and 2 touchdowns. And the Mountaineers down with just 1 timeout left.
Yeah, I mean, once again, they need to get surgical here. They've had the ball in Carroll's red zone. This is the 6th trip down there. They've came out with 13 points, and one of those was that touchdown was on an unbelievable 4th and 22 play. So take that one away, and that's the ball wasn't even in the red zone at that point. But take that one away, and it's been 4 trips to the red zone with 6 points. So they need to be. Carroll's defense has looked really good in the red zone. We'll see if they can pull out one more stop, or if Eastern Oregon's going to make this one even more fun.
24 yards out. Glasper threw it behind his intended wide receiver.
Yeah, look, Larson did a good job keeping his eyes on the quarterback and tried to cut back and intercept that, but receiver was just a little bit in front of him. Eastern Oregon sideline wanted a flag. Larson was kind of talking to Eastern Oregon's coach, it looked like.
This is going to be 3rd down and short. The next passing attempt will be the 50th of the game for Quincy Glasper. Time running out. Hope's running out for the Mountaineers. 58 seconds to go. They're down by 11. Their 3-game winning streak on the line here. 3rd down and short. From the 24, Quincy's going to be sacked again.
Well, a few guys in there.
Gross.
I think Henry Gross is one of them. Eli Abey once again up the gut, and that's going to last time out of the game, about to be used here by Eastern Oregon. Take a look at this, right up the gut. I think Eli Abey, the first one there. Gross lands on top of him. Abey, as we've talked about, the Laurel kid, was at MSU for a little bit. Now he's playing some good football for the Saints.
His dad played his high school football in Glendive.
Yeah, and ended up here at Carroll College, where he was nicknamed the Minister of Defense, as they called him. So yeah, generational guy, AB, and you know, get the choice to come play. Your dad was a big part of this program, big family name here. Starting linebacker for the Saints, and now he's coming making some big plays.
Well, the game's on the line here.
Yeah.
Well, even if they scored, I mean,
game would be on the line with the onside kick, I guess. But yeah, another big 4th down, and we'll see what Eastern Oregon. If I'm Eastern Oregon, I'm running that 4-receiver set to the one side again. The Carroll sure didn't seem to know what to do about that.
Jack, we haven't had a penalty in a while.
Don't jinx it, Rocky.
It's going to be 4th down and 7.
We're going empty.
4 wide receivers right side. Glasper's going to go left, short, and it's Spurrier, 1st down, 20-yard line.
You don't get the stop there for Carroll, but now a really late flag. Oh, see, Rocky, this is your fault. You said you didn't see a flag for a minute, and the ref heard you. It took a while for the sound to travel, and now he threw his flag on the far sideline.
And who's that going to go against?
I think it might be on Brady Orlandi, if I'm being serious. I think it's like more of a something someone said to someone on the sideline, and Orlandi is, unsportsmanlike conduct on Orlandi. So now, Orlandi plays physical. He talks plenty of trash to back it up, but, there's a kind of a time and a place type of deal. And now, Tomasini's still trying to kind of drag Orlandi back. Surprised Coach Purcell still has him in the ball game, but you need your best guys out there.
16 penalties, 136 yards against the Saints. It's going to be 1st and goal, 10-yard line. The Mountaineers need 2 scores to win this one. Glasper's going to run the 15-10. the 5. Glassberg goes down at about the 4. They have no timeouts left. There's 38 seconds left to be played in the football game. They line it up quickly.
Gotta go.
From the 3-yard line. Glasper looking to throw. Spurrier incomplete, but it'll stop the clock.
And
I think that's going to be pass interference against Carroll.
Yeah, well, the good news is that's the best place to get a PI because it's only going to be half distance to the goal and the ball's on the 2 anyway. Clock stops, though, and you didn't allow touchdowns. I want to say that's probably the best possible pass interference penalty you can get in a ball game. But automatic first down, probably, right? No?
They don't have the most penalties in a game listed in our school record packet that we have here, but boy, you got to be close.
There's a lot, for sure.
25 seconds left to be played. And how many missed opportunities did the Mountaineers have in the red zone in this game? They could be ahead.
Quite a few. I mean, 6 trips to the red zone. They got 13 points. That's not a very good average.
Trying to get just their second touchdown. Glasper doesn't have a lot of time to throw, incomplete.
Another flag. I mean, if you're Carroll, they're taking time off the clock and you're not allowing them to catch it, which is smart. But it's not shortening the game on us any, Rocky.
23 seconds left.
Okay, they might have broken your record now.
Well, we're witnessing history.
Oh, my. It's on 12. I mean, it's only half distance. I just, good job by Carroll not allowing a catch and get a couple seconds off the clock there, but here we go again.
23 seconds, 1-yard line. And they get a new set of downs. So it's going to be first and goal. They're going to go out of the shotgun from the 1. Glasper, quick throw. Is it caught? It is. And that's going to be a touchdown. And who made the catch? No, that's going to be the coach's son. Going to be Camp.
Yeah, Walker Camp. Great catch there. Way to hold on to it because Carroll is definitely going to try and jar that one loose. They don't care about PIs there. Great throw by Glasper. So now they're going to keep the offense on the field because they can make it a 3-point game if they get this 2-point conversion. So this is big, potentially. I mean, the onside kick coming up here soon is going to be the biggest. But if you make this, you could make it a field goal game. And then you would have to kick it in the wind if you got the ball back. But difference between a field goal game and a touchdown game with 19 seconds left is pretty big.
They're going for 2 to make it a 3-point game. Glasper takes a snap. Glasper's in trouble. He's going down.
Great job by Garrett Ward and the Carroll defense to get home. Glasper goes down, and that doesn't officially seal it because they can still get the ball back here. Hail Mary and such, but that's a great play by Garrett Ward. Kid out of Laramie, Wyoming.
Well, it's come down to this. Boy, what a game.
Now Coach Purcell's talking to Brady Orlandi down there. Yeah, I imagine that conversation's going well.
18 penalties against the Saints.
Well,
133 yards.
18 good or bad? Okay, well, here comes the onside kick, and I don't know if I've seen their onside kick unit out there yet this year, but hopefully it's nothing like the punt coverage unit because we've already seen some real special team snafus from Carroll College this year. I just put your 3 starting receivers out there because those guys can catch the football, Rocky. You also have a timeout if you're Carroll, so I'd say let Eastern Oregon line up and what they're going to line up in and then call a timeout, but we'll see.
The Mountaineers have already converted 1 Hail Mary touchdown pass.
Yeah. Okay, looks like they're going to kick it to the right. This is their punter who's right-footed. I'm calling a timeout here from Russell, but they're going to let him play.
It's going to kick it to the left side of the field. It's got to go 10 yards. Great bounce! And it's covered by the wide receiver, Lincoln Holmes, and that's the game.
Well, Lincoln Holmes has kind of been old, reliable, great hands, and that's why I say put your starting receivers back there. Great catch by Lincoln Holmes. Already has a touchdown catch today, and now sealed away the game for the Saints. Can't say it wasn't fun, Rocky. Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
I need some blood pressure medication up here.
482 yards of offense And the Saints gave up 354 yards in the game.
Victory formation, trotting on the field. Carroll College undefeated in conference play.
How about that? 4-0, and they're not ranked. And that'll do it. They will not have to take another stamp, and they line up to shake hands. The final score, Carroll College wins their 5th game in a row. They move to 4-0 in conference. They get by the Mountaineers 24-19, the final score. We'll come back with a post game right after this.
Our kids love to play. Whether they're playing outside or playing house or playing dress up, there's one game they're playing all the time. They love to imitate you. You're setting an example. Make sure it's one you can live with, and one she can live a long, healthy life with, too.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Right now I got a feeling in my soul and it's out of my control. I just gotta let it go. I'm like, wow, wow, wow. So tell me.
Introducing Bubbly Burst, new from the makers of Bubbly. It's bursting with fruit flavor, no added sugar, and all smiles.
Well, the Carroll College Saints overcame 18 penalties for 133 yards. And special teams, not a great game, and they still win it 24-19. And the Mountaineers of Eastern Oregon, they never gave up.
Yeah, you know, a win's a win for Carroll College. You got to like that. Good job by Eastern Oregon. They stayed in it. Their defense made some big plays, and their special teams made some big plays. 2 block punts really helped turn into points for them, it felt like. And, yeah, it's a good job by Eastern Oregon, but at the end of the day, Carroll College is going to stay undefeated in conference play.
And let's go to our player of the game. And, boy, what a game it was. The Saints have now won 5 games in a row. They're 5-1 on the year. They are unbeaten in conference play at 4-0.
Yeah, and obviously a few guys to think of, but player of the game is going to be Jack Perka, the other number 11 for Carroll College. I thought he was really sharp today, Rocky. I mean, he's been sharp all year. Leads the nation in completion percentage, and that's probably not going to change. 21 for 28, 339 yards, and 2 touchdowns. What a game from Jack Perka, the senior quarterback for the Saints.
And Perka came in completing 72% of his passes, and he's going to add to that. Chris Akulchin, 8 catches, 118 yards in a losing effort. Quincy Glasper threw for 302 yards. He put the ball up 54 times.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way they play offense. If you're Eastern Oregon, if you're Carroll College, normally you'd love that. Yeah, pass the ball you want, and we'll keep the ball, hold on to it, run it, and score, and hopefully force some turnovers and get some interceptions. Unfortunately, Carroll wasn't able to get an interception, and Glasper had some short fields, and he threw the ball a lot, and he ran the ball pretty well, but at the end of the day, Carroll's defense was out there a lot, but they made some pretty big stops in the red zone.
The Saints are 4-0 in the conference. But boy, oh boy, do they got a tough schedule coming up.
Yeah, it's kind of a murderer's row coming up. All the top teams in the conference this weekend. Get ready to check out our play of the game. But yeah, they got Montana Tech, Montana Western, College of Idaho, and Southern Oregon, which is all top 25 teams. And there's our play of the game. Jack Perk, as we said, our player of the game, fakes it, throws it deep, and then local kid out of Townsend, Montana, Gavin Vandenacre. What a throw from Perker there.
Perfect pass.
Yeah, perfect pass. And that really kind of put him ahead 10-0 and set the tone early. And that was a big touchdown at the end of things.
Huge win for the Saints of Carroll College as they're the only unbeaten team in conference play now at 4-0.
Yep, and that's all from us, Rocky Erickson. It's been a pleasure. 24-19 win for Carroll College.
For Jack Marshall, Rocky Erickson, so long, everyone.
We get it. Money is tight, and it's getting even tighter these days. And when you're making a large purchase like new tires, we also understand that you want the best price available, which is why Point S Tire and Auto Service will meet or beat the best price you can find on the same or comparable tires of your choice. Pair that with the best tire warranty in the business, and you'll have the best deal around. Only at Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping you safe one tire at a time.